Boom! Hello everyone, welcome. Welcome to another Star Citizen. Uh-oh, trouble. Trouble already. Reds is not good. I don't like the reds. They're gonna come after me. I better get this thing down quick. Give me permissions, quick. Let's get in the armistice zone real quick. Quick. There, look at them bullets flying everywhere. Don't like that. Anyway. Hello, welcome. Star Citizen, man. We're going to be playing this today and chatting as well about the future of it. Because, man, we've got to enjoy this while we can. This ain't going to look like this forever. This ain't gonna be like this forever. And, man, we gotta enjoy this while we can. So, ooh, wheels down. So basically, doing a lot of research, doing a lot of digging on both the website and then like what other sort of like YouTubers in the past have sort of mentioned as well, like interviews and discussions and things that they know for fact, you know. Things that I've heard like Astropub and Board Gamer sort of talk about in the past. And then things that I've also read myself. Man, this game used to be available in 8K. Like using 8K textures. But it doesn't anymore. It uses 4K textures. So, and it got me thinking, right? Well, obviously, the decrease in the texture resolution must be because of more things being added, and in order to keep the performance, you know, something's got to give. And you know, like what we know so far of this game is that it ain't yet complete either, is it? There's still loads more they've yet to add. So, like, what does that mean for the way the game looks now? Because one of the things that struck me the most when I first got this, and one of the things I kept on remarking about, is like the textures. And like if you go up to them, they don't like pixelate, they're really high quality, and just the visual fidelity of it all is what really struck me the most. And I just found that like a wow factor. And I mean, I got this back in June, so prior to June I don't know what it looked like. I can only go by what other streamers show in their streams, but that's not really a good, you know, measure, because it's like compression rates in YouTube and yada 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 and Twitch and whatnot, so you don't really get to see the full fidelity. And if it was an 8K, I don't think anybody was using an 8K PC to deliver, and YouTube didn't, or Twitch don't support 8K, or at least they didn't back then. I think YouTube does now though. So it's like, I don't know what it looked like in the past. I don't know, but I know what it looks like now, and I think it looks awesome now. And then if they're going to continue to add more assets into this game, comlink's down. We better get out of here. It's anybody's now, isn't it? We got to get out of here. Quick, smart. Yeah. Let's get out. Oh gosh, I almost hit that then. Come on. Go. Right, you know what? Let's just get out of here, man. Quick. We're gonna get nuked. I mean, I'm gonna get stream sniped at some point today, I think. But that's fine. Let's get out of here quick. Go, 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 go. Phew. There you go for that. Later, boys. Yeah, so it's like, you know, something's got to give, isn't it? It's like, the more they put in, the more something's got to give. Now, maybe not. Maybe I'm way off base here because, you know, if they're doing this server meshing and stuff like that, and they can bring in as many servers as they want, so therefore maybe they can even increase, you know, and put it back to 8K textures, or who knows. But it just got me thinking, like, if they've reduced it in the past because of the more they add, and this game has still yet more to add to it, what's it going to mean for the visual fidelity? Is that going to decrease in order to get loads of players in together and still keep that performance? Or, you know, are they going to increase the performance and keep that fidelity as well? Because that would be awesome. It's a bit of a big ask, isn't it? But that's basically it. You know, that's what I'm sort of questioning, and I'm hoping that the autistic community of Star Citizen can come in and keyboard warrior me into correction, because what I want is for it to stay and remain as it is, like in terms of its fidelity, or even get better. But I don't want it to decrease at all. I don't want it to get worse, you know. I want it to remain, you know. And that's the one thing that sort of gets me, is like, are we going to lose the visual quality of everything? Is it's going to start to look worse? Which, you know, I don't think or hope it will, and I just don't know. So please, somebody in the comments below, get onto it. You know, I'm always corrected. I'm always told I'm wrong. I'm always, you know, whenever I put a thought out there, it's always knocked back. So I'm hoping that, you know, the people get onto it and whew, rest my mind at ease. But yeah, so today, basically, yeah, last time I was playing this off a stream, oh yeah, like from the last video, by the way, I got the max. That's the freelancer max there. And it's honestly, the cargo space inside is humongous. But last night when I was playing it, and I had like 2.1 million, and I thought I can go buy a prospector now and own a prospector. And I thought, you know what, let's just do one more mission, shall we? And I did one mission, and I went into a zone that wasn't an armistice zone, and a guy came up and capped me in the back. Like I was on a terminal, and he just shot me dead whilst I was on that terminal. So I didn't pose any threat to him. He, you know, he basically saw an opportunity. He saw the fact that I'd left my cargo door open, and he thought, I'll have that. I just filled it with 425,000 credits worth of cargo, and he just thought, you know what, I'll have that. So I lost 425,000 credits, which means can't get the prospector until I earn that back. And that's what today is about. Today is about earning at least 500, half a mil of credits, and then buying the prospector at the end. And if we do, I'll amend the title to say, you know, prospector. If I don't, then I'll just leave it as it is. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Also, on Friday, this Friday, so we're on Tuesday today, 3-4 days time, there's going to be a 24-hour stream, okay? Starting at 9 AM on Twitch. There's a link in the description box down below to my Twitch channel, right down at the bottom though. Head over to the Twitch channel, follow it, and there's a little bell that you click, and it will notify you when I go live. The next time I go live on Twitch will be this Friday, 9 AM for 24 hours. Guys, I've got so much planned. I'm speaking to games insiders, people in the games industry. We're talking about the future of games consoles or PC gaming, and finding out any, you know, sort of what's happening in the industry today. I've also got we're going to be doing like Star Citizen. There's going to be other things happening, and I've got loads of prizes to give away. And if you're into flight simulation, honestly, there's freebies galore. And we've also got a bit of ASMR, you know. as well. So it's going to be fun, and you know, at some point I'm going to have a bevy. So expect loose tongues after a few. 3. Let's get all. So we're going to get all these. So there we go. We got all 4. We don't want to go to selling. We want to be going to the orphanage first. Collect that one. So I'm sure you guys are aware. 2,000. It's on the other side of the planet, man. I'm sure you're. Oh, hang on. We haven't actually stated our. I'm sure you guys are aware of, like, I'm in 3.9 at the moment. This isn't 3.10, and in 3.9 there is a total beautiful little thing you can do, which is pick up these 4 contracts, but you have to be by Hurston in order to pick them up. This one's going to be fun. And these 4 contracts are 15 grand a piece. So if you actually do all the 4 contracts just as they are, that's 60 grand. That's quite a lot of money. And if you've just started this game, this is a great way to earn a lot of money quite quickly. It's how I initially started, you know, doing mine. But these contracts are deemed as like almost illegal. Oh, hang on, I need to concentrate here for a second. Where's it gone? There it is. Oh man, it's swinging all over the place here. Right, so that's just brought us to that close. So I still need to get closer still. So we need to stay above. Right. Where's the planet? There it is. Where are we? So we're there, and we need to get to there. So we're going to have to do a little flyby. So if I say Ishmael, that flies right by it. And then all I have to do is stop the quantum travel before we get there. So Ishmael is 1400. My destination is 800. Here we go. There we are. 7. So 800. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Kill the engines. I did kill the engines. Power them off. It's going to take me down anyway. Look, it's taking me down even though I've killed it. I killed it, but it's taking me down. How does that work? How does a quantum drive work with no power? I don't know. I mean, even with the momentum, I don't know. Maybe the momentum. So what we need to do now, if I can. Where is it? There it is. It's still 800 away. We actually need to be closer than that. See, this is the only issue though, you see, with these box missions, is that you can't just go straight there. There is no the location for these box missions are not on the map. So you can't just quantum to them. You have to literally fly there. You have to know where they are. Alright, so we go to Sherman. So this one's going to be a bit of a quick one. So if I stop it quite relatively quickly, now, that should get me the closest. I don't really need to power it off. I just do that because, you know, but I don't need to really do that. Right, and we should be there now. We should be pretty much on top of it. We can literally go straight to it. But yeah, you have to literally fly it out of these things, and that's the pain. But once you do get these, they're like 60 grand for 4 boxes. It might take you like 2 hours to deliver them. So like 60 grand for 4 boxes doesn't actually sound that great when you think about it. When you can do a box mission for say 8 grand within 15-20 minutes, you could probably, if you worked for 2 hours straight on 8 grand every 30 minutes, say, that's pretty much 60 grand almost. So, and you don't have to do this fiddly fannying about sort of thing. We're actually going down. We need to go up. We're still going down. We're actually going down even though my ship's pointed up. We're going like that. There we go. Now we're traveling up. Although I've got to be careful because I've still got to break through the atmosphere almost. So yeah, so basically what I do is I do these 4 box missions, get like 150 grand under my belt, and then go back to do these 4 missions. But I don't actually do the 4 missions. I collect the 4 contracts and only pick up 3 of the boxes, leaving 1 of the boxes as a marker. And that way, you know, where these are getting delivered to, there is 1 location where you can buy some naughty cargo, you know. And what I tend to do is I go there, deliver the box, pick up some naughty cargo, come back to this location to pick up the 4th contract, which most of the time doesn't work, and I have to abandon the actual contract. But then I can sell my naughty cargo here for a little bit of that, right? Go back to the other location because there's 2 boxes that go to the same location where you can buy naughty cargo. So I go back there, I get to drop off the 2nd box, which is now I've earned 30 grand just off the boxes. Plus I've earned probably close to 300 grand off the naughty cargo, which I buy more of, but I buy a different type. And I have to deliver it to another location which is close to 1 of the other boxes. So I drop off the other box and then go sell my cargo. Or sometimes I'll sell my cargo first and then drop off the box. But sometimes if I do it like that, the box ain't, I can't, you know, actually drop it off. Which, to be honest, losing 15 grand doesn't faze me when I know I can earn like $250,000. So selling my cargo for those 2 times nets you almost 600,000, right? In one go, if you do it. And then if you kept the box at this location and actually never picked it up, and the same for the other one, you could just ping pong back and forth. But you can, there is a possibility of blowing up outside Hurston. And that's one thing I've found, is that if I do it more than twice, I blow up outside of Hurston. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's a gameplay mechanic doing that, but yeah, the hardest thing is these things. It's like we're waiting to travel the distance now to that location, and that's one of the hardest things, is to have to actually travel to that location. So, and that's why it takes like 3 or 4 hours. Now, that in itself ain't a big issue if you've got the time, but the problem is the more you're inside this server, the more chance you're actually going to like not complete your mission, in terms of there's going to be a server crash, the server would reset, or your PC might crash, or your game might crash, nothing to do with the server, or some pirate might cap you 1 in the back, or your ship might crash, or many other things. So it's like the more time you spend in here, the more dangerous it gets, just because of factors coming in. But there is one way you can see things. Like, I've been told by people, if you type in this into like, this is like the terminal for like the actual thing, it brings up all this information up at the top, which you can't really see because of my ugly mush, but there's things in here which tell you if there's going to be a server crash or not. I've been told to look at the loss percentage, and if that starts to creep up, that can be an indication of a future sort of oncoming 30k. If it hits 15%, then you're most likely going to start to see a crash if it goes up beyond that. I've never really seen it creep on up beyond 6%, to be honest. But there's also another number, the BWIN number. I've seen other YouTubers talk about, like, if that stops moving, because it's a dynamic bit rate internet speed. But if it stops moving, it means the server is about to 30k, which gives you seconds really to get into somewhere to log out to protect whatever you're doing. And then, of course, the other option, the other thing to note is, if you see the words come up here where it says pick up crate of gasping weevil eggs, if you see the words, you know, local channel, you logged out the local channel, you disbanded local channel, local channel is off or something like that, it means bye-bye. It means you're going bye-bye. And literally you won't be able to, if you're in your pilot seat, you won't be able to get out. If you're stuck behind a door, you won't be able to access it. It literally means that the server is about to reset like within seconds. So you've got literally enough time to type a message, and that's it. Like literally to say the words 30k, and then boom, it 30ks. So I tend to have this up when I'm doing this run, so I can keep an eye on the server. Another great way as well is to check the chat. People will tend to say that they're glitched or I'm stuck if something could be possibly coming, you know. Not all the time. It could be that they literally are just stuck in their game or their PC is about to bite it. But it's a good indication sometimes if they say, oh, this server's been up for hours. I've been playing this one for like 5-6 hours straight. And it's like, well, I know that this server's probably only got about another 5 or 6 hours left in it, if that. So a lot of things can be done. But none of this means anything really, because this game's about to move into a patch of 3.10 where like they've changed everything. So they've changed the way the server is, so less crashes evidently, which means everything I'm saying right now only applies to this patch 3.9. So enjoy it while you can, because it ain't gonna last forever, guys. You know, this as soon as we move on to 3.10, doing these 15k boxes no longer exists, or it might exist. We don't know. The way the ships handle within atmosphere doesn't exist in 3.10. Completely different. The ability to the way you make your money will change because certain glitches within the game or certain exploits have been fixed, or you know, or just change the way you do your contracts. You know, it's all different. So this is what I mean. You got to make use of it now whilst you can. That's why I don't go in 3.10. I've been sticking to 3.9, and I've been ranking up my money and buying ships in the hopes that they don't do a server wipe when we move into 3.10, and the ships that I've got in my list I keep in my list. That's the fingers crossed bit, you know. If they do a wipe, then I'm back to what I got in my account on the website, which is just the Aurora ship, and I'm back to square one. So enjoy it while you can, guys and girls. Man, I can't see anything out here. It's pitch black. I'm going by the altimeter and speed velocity and how far away I am. Like I could be about to plow into a mountain right now. I wouldn't even know, because I can't even see it until literally it's in front of me and too late. Hey Matthew, how's it going, mate? I see you there. I'm all right. I'm going good. Yeah, I need to make enough money to buy a prospector by the end of this stream. So that's what we're in for. I need to earn about 500,000, and then I can go buy that prospector. And you know, I want to have a prospector in my you know, list of ships, so I can upgrade it and do some serious mining instead of renting one and just not being able to do much. So I'm on a mish today, and I'm hoping I ain't gonna get, like, you know, whacked or anything whilst I'm trying to do this. So, in fact, how much have I got at the moment? I need to check. 1.8 million. So we're hoping to turn that into like 2.2 million. Maybe 2.3 million. How are you anyway, mate? You gonna be there on Friday over at Twitch? I'm doing a 24-hour stream. There's gonna be Star Citizen galore. There's gonna be other things. There's gonna be flight simulation. I'm gonna be doing some book reads for Fight and Fantasy, prize giveaways, and I've even got a ship starter package to give away as well. Or a ship, because ship starter package, maybe somebody's already got it. I don't know. I haven't decided that, to be honest. It might be one or another. Oh, good. Yeah, you're going to jump in on Friday. Oh, yeah. Good, man. Yeah. You'll be watching from work. It'll get me through my shift. What'd you do, mate? What'd you do for a living? I work at the cinema myself. Oh, I say I work at the cinema. Who knows when? I mean, I'm furloughed right now till middle of August, evidently, but it might change, and who knows what will happen. Seems like the movie industry is moving into streaming. You work in a post-production house as a runner? No way. And it's dead at the moment. I can imagine, mate. Oh, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Anything big you've worked on? Anything like... What's the sort of... Oh, I used to work in Odeon. Me too. Well, I didn't used to work in Odeon, but it used to be an Odeon, my cinema where I work now. It used to be an Odeon, and yeah, my favourite chain. But they had to shut down that particular cinema branch because they had the monopoly on the UK at one point, and so they were forced to shut down a few cinemas. And then the company that runs it now took it over and carried it on. You miss getting free films. To be honest, I think we're past, like, I'm a big Marvel fan. And I'm so glad they got all their, you know, films released before this nasty thing happened with the globe, with the world. And I feel like all the really good films, like, they've come out, you know. And I don't know. At the moment, there's nothing yet to be excited about in terms of big projects coming up, you know, except for, like, okay, you've got remakes or sequels to films. Like, I'm looking forward to Top Gun film, Ghostbusters film, Coming to America 2. All those classic films that seem to be getting looked at again are coming out into the pictures again, and I'm looking forward to all that. But nothing like on the size of Marvel, like with their whole Infinity Saga. You know, that was pretty epic. That was, or Star Wars even. You don't miss the drama. You used to work in a rough Odeon. Oh gosh, you had security. Hey, imagine that. Not today, mate. Name's not on the list. You're not coming in, mate. So I want to watch a film. Nah, not on the list, mate. Sorry. You're looking forward to Tenet? That's it. Yeah, I am looking forward to that one because it just looks so intriguing. Like, we're looking forward to a film we hardly know much about. That's Christopher Nolan. But I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, that looks pretty good. pretty interesting, sorry, I should say. It's a shame though that, like, I mean, because I've worked there and I love the motion picture industry, I totally get wanting to see it on like the big screen, the big sound. But to be honest, I just want to see it. So it's like, I don't mind watching it on the telly at home, you know. I have got a projector. I could, you know, boot it up, and I don't know where I would though, but you know, the possibility is there. But yeah, you got to see it. I always say, you watch a film at home, you feel the film when you go to the cinema, you know. Interstellar, mate. Oh yeah, I love that film. Me and the missus watched it for the first time like a couple of weeks back. She really enjoyed it. I think to really enjoy it, I think you have to get it and know what they're talking about, because if you don't understand like the universe, or if you don't follow that sort of thing, you might just go, I don't know, I don't get it, you know. Like, why is he in a bookcase? What's he doing? What's he playing with strings for? Like, it can get confusing, I imagine. I really enjoy that film. I really like it as well, and it made me, like, playing this made me want to watch that, you know. Right, I think we're coming down to something now. I mean, I still can't see anything here. I haven't got a clue what's about to go on, but I've got my lights on. Like, my lights are on, so we should see something, but I can't see jack. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna smack the surface. Right, 1600, 1500. Oh god, uh-oh. Oh, see, that's what I mean. Right there. Where do we park it? There we go. You're just bombing it, and there we go. We're down. Whew. Hey. You saw it in the IMAX. Oh, mate, in IMAX. IMAX is the best way to view a film. Once you've seen a film in IMAX and then you see the same film like in regular. I remember watching a film in 3D IMAX and then watching it in 3D, and I'm like, this is actually 3D IMAX is better. Man, it's dark here. Feel like a midnight runner. Quickly get these 3 bad boys. And I gotta be careful where I put these boxes, because I can't just shove them anywhere. Oh, where's that come from? I didn't have that on board. Like, that shouldn't be there. That's not actually there, by the way. Oh, that's going to really limit what I can carry now. I'm gonna have to rethink these box placements again. You know, I've noticed that with the Max. You sell your cargo, but then it's still on the ship, and it's not registering in any console that it's on the ship, but it is on the ship. And you're like, oh. And then when you go and buy something, it disappears. Right. I'm sure all that's fixed in the next version. Right, where's the next orphanage? There we go. Gotta go to the orphanage. The kids have got some packages for me, you know what I mean? Hey David, how's it going, mate? Good morning. Welcome. Random question, what music do I like? So I mean, to be honest, I like anything really. I'm not like, the only thing I don't like is the car alarm music, you know? The old 90s rave music, like that's the only type of music, or death metal, you know, where they're just like grunting down the microphone. Like that, but anything that's got a decent beat, anything that's oh, don't get into bed, dude. What are you doing? I do like anything, but saying that, I do have a favorite band, yes, which is Queen. I think Freddie's voice is amazing. So let me wait for the animations to finish and then get out of bed. So what do you... All right, I got a question for you guys, yeah? What do you think... how long have you... First off, how long have you both... You're Star Citizen players, yeah? You've been playing this? And how long for, please? First off. Right. One more box I think we need. Although there's no point really getting that third box, is there? Because we're not actually going to go drop it off. Yeah, we'll leave that box there. Also that. These two boxes will do me. You started following the project in 2015, mate. You backed in 2016. So you're what I call a veteran player, David. Yeah? And Matthew, you've never played this game. Oh, that's an interesting... We've got an interesting mix here then, because I've only been playing this since the middle of June. So I would say, let's say 1 month, yeah? David's been playing this for 4 years, and Matthew is only perceiving what he sees, yeah? I've got a decent question for you, Dave, which you might know the answer to if you've been playing for that long. I read somewhere that... I mean, you might not know the answer, I don't know, but I read somewhere, and I was watching a discussion on AstroPub when he has those captain roundtables, that either last year or a couple of years back, this was like available in 8K. You know, the textures were created in 8K, and so if you had a 4K telly, man, yeah, that was a big possibility to be able to utilize those 8K textures. But recently they reduced them down to 4K because of a few assets that were like the more they put in the game, the more they had to reduce. So like, is that true? Have you heard that? More or less. I don't play it that much these days, just check out the new patches, but I do follow the development very closely. So hopefully you've heard that then. Because it got me thinking, right? And that... Where are we? Oh, I need to come out of first. It got me thinking that, you know, if that is true, if that is like what happened, where they had to reduce the texture size to save the performance, or to keep the performance as they were adding more content in. Like, we've still got quite a way to go before more content is added. So are we going to end up with like 1080p textures only in this game, like once they've added everything they want in? Or is that what do you think that this server meshing will do, is like keep the performance of the current like 4K texture set? Because I think right now, I think this looks beautiful. I love the look of it. I love the fidelity of the textures and the way everything looks. I love it, and I'd hate for it to be reduced. That's what I'm thinking, is that the more they add in, something's got to give. Like, in order to keep the amount of players in, you know, and people to still get the good performance, you know, because like you said, we're in alpha, it's not perfect, but for when it's released, to make it perfect, will they have to reduce the fidelity of this game? I hope not. I hope not. Right, you gotta go to work, mate. No worries. You're gonna jump back in. Yeah, I'll probably be here till about 3 or 4, mate. Matthew, no worries. I don't know about 8K, but I do know they make every asset in 4K. But through some clever programming, the down samples each asset so it can keep a good frame rate. Server mesh and visual quality are tied to each other, but they're kind of too. I mean, yeah, I just. How much do you know about the server meshing? Do you know what? I know what a server is, and I know what the term server meshing, what they want to achieve with it. So, like, each planet, each location will become its own server, but it will have multiple servers stacked on it, which will be inactive until the player load gets to a point where they need to make it active, and it'll all be seamless. Like, you won't know that you're zipping in between these servers because they're all connected together, like meshed together. And so you'll transition between servers seamlessly. Like that's from what I understand is what they want to do. Which means basically you could have a lot more players if each server can hold, say, 100 people and keep the performance. And if these servers are all tied together, you will visually see in your list of, you know, here, when you go to the com link, you'll actually see here hundreds of names, hundreds of people who might not all be in your particular server, but who will be in the same vicinity as you or same game, you know. It's basically that, but you'll add something. Oh yeah, please do. I mean, I'd say I've only been playing this a month, so I'd know literally next to nothing about it. Only from what I, you know, see on their developments and their Twitch live shows, and I'm slowly going through all the back history, but I don't want to go too far back because it'll be irrelevant to now, because it'll have changed. Let's say Hurston is on one server and that server can only physically hold 100 players. Okay. If the 101st comes into that server, then the server meshing tech will split the planet and handle each half to a different server, increasing the cap to 200 for the planet, but not the server. So on the planet, there'll be 200 people, won't there? But obviously in your server, you'll still only physically be with 100 people. Is that right? Instead of having one server handling one planet with 100 players, now you have two servers handling one planet and 200 players. Yeah. We need to get a location. $503. Okay. And server meshing will keep splitting and merging rooms dynamically. Yeah, that's it. That's what I figure server meshing is. I mean, Yeah, this, yeah, now iCache, that's, yeah, I haven't heard of iCache. I mean, sorry, I've heard of it, but I don't know what iCache is. I know what a cache is. I know what a cache of space is, but iCache, I'm not too sure what that one is. Serialized variables, global persistence, BG. Those are other techs that will depend on server meshing to make sure your transition between servers is seamless. So iCache, what is that then? Please. Server meshing will keep splitting and merging rooms dynamically. Look at that beautiful sunrise coming up. iCache is like the data of the persistent stuff. Oh, okay, like an index, structured in a way that it can be moved and stored around the servers in an optimized way. Okay, so the iCache is the index of the verse, as it were, to ensure, you know, this everything's remembered where it is, and then it. I mean, because yeah, data like that can be moved more quicker than I imagine player data transitioning between servers can. So I'm guessing that means that they're hoping that the iCache stays ahead of the servers, like, as I say, like an index, to keep it stable, so we don't have loading screens, basically. Pretty much, that's what I understood of the tech. Okay. I got you.
Landing gear down.
You know, one thing I love about these little box deliveries, these little 15k box deliveries, I will miss these in 310. The fact is, like, oh, hang on. You get to see some beautiful sunrises and landscapes on the horizon, which, oops, I think we're about to, okay. Now, we're like, you know, see some really interesting stuff on the horizon as you're coming in to land. And I'm not sure if these box missions like this are still in, but obviously these locations will still be in 310, so the ability to get to them must be. I've actually not done a box mission in 310, to be honest, to find anything like that out. We landed. Oh yeah. Might need to go forward though. That rock might be a bit of a problem. Don't know if they'll have a global server that will keep all the persistent stuff stored there and then replicate it on the other servers as needed. Or if the persistent data will keep. See, I think in order to keep track of all these servers that are meshing together and to make sure, like, to keep up, like, almost like the believability that it's all in the same universe so they can see the data all at once anywhere, there has to be an overall larger index of everything, like their quantum, basically, you know? So they can see everything everywhere, all in real time. There must be a global, as you say, server holding that information for everything to be seamless. Transitioning between servers when it's required to, but then again, it might be all a trade secret. Yeah. Transparency, but then there's certain things you don't, you know, give out because of, you know, for business reasons. Like, you don't want somebody taking you out. Right. Do I? No, because we're going to come back here. So, we just take that. Hang on, where is it? There it is. That would be one way global index, but it's possible to develop tools on top of that system that would query each server and get the global info just as well. Right, let me just set this. Hang on. So we need to go back, pick up that crate. Which is back here. Oh gosh, what am I doing? No. Don't be spoiling. Have you heard about the game Dual Universe? Never? No. I have seen a lot of people who play Star Citizen enjoy Elite Dangerous, because it's that, you know, it's almost like a finished version of Star Citizen, but not as good. Have you ever played that? Elite Dangerous? When you were saying about the stuff transitioning between servers, like, that sounds less reliable than having a global server and having an index of stuff there that refreshes every so often for the servers, for the people in the verse. Having it just move with the thing, I don't know, that seems a little bit more problematic, that more issues could occur. You've never played Elite Dangerous. Never felt the game talk to me. So what's the Dual Universe then? What's that? So hopefully by the end of today, by the end of this stream, I'm going to have a prospector. I'm going to own a prospector. Hopefully that I'll be able to throw a few upgrades at as well. That's the plan. Not really right now. As I understand it, the persistent data is stored on volatile memory, kind of like RAM. That's just another element. That's just another element that can crash or like get corrupted. I'd love to see their farms. I'd love to see their server farms. I mean, they're going to end up owning every server in the world. Like, when a server crashes on reboot, that data is lost, but iCache is aimed to store that data more persistently. So even when a server crashes on reboot, the data is still, yeah, that's it. The data can be reinstalled. So I've got what iCache is now. I see. It's like a virtual RAM for a PC. I'm with you now. Their servers will be provided by Amazon and AWS Tech. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Provided by, which means Amazon have a controlling interest of the servers. Like, do they own these servers or do Amazon? Do you know what I mean? They're going beta next month. Oh, for Dual Universe, sorry. I thought you meant for this game. I was like, what? Dual Universe. Okay. I'll check it out. I'll check it out after the stream. Have a look at it. In fact, let's have a look. Let's have a little sneaky peek right now. Dual Universe. Phone's not working. What's going on? There we go. Dual Universe. Well, it's come up with a YouTube channel straight away. So that's that. Soundtrack, developer, in-game footage. Okay, yeah. Cool. Playlists. Hang on a sec. Let me just make sure I'm not going to crash here. Where are we going? Where are we? Right, we're outside Hurston. Okay. Let's head on down. I think Sherman. Nope. Not Sherman. Yeah, Sherman's the closest one for now. We'll actually travel to Sherman. Right, I think I picked up 425 grand's worth. I need to make a note of this. AWS is the cloud tech owned by Amazon. Lumberyard is by Amazon, which is the game engine. Look for the server tech video. It's the same thing Asus is doing. They had a playtest with 15,000 players. Imagine that. Imagine that. Basically, CIG will renting service. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing, man. That's what makes me a little bit caught nervous. Like, I'm not gonna say Amazon's doing anything or anything like that, but for me, from my experience in business, unless you own it, then there's always issues of it's gonna get taken off you in the future if you don't own it. You know, you can always lose it unless you own it. So like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like CIG want to actually own those servers that they're using rather than say renting them or, you know, them being owned by another entity. Wouldn't it be in their best interests to, I don't know, build their own server farm and basically build their own Amazon AWS thing so they own it? Right. 798. Right, hang on a sec there, David. Won't be a second, mate. Got to time this one right. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I think I'm over on that one, I think. Oh no, I might have done that just right. Right, I think it's a smart decision right now. They have their hands full in making the game. Basically, they're renting servers instead of building up its own infrastructure. Here we go. And they don't have to worry about building a cloud server structure from scratch. Yeah. See, if Amazon, though, change anything within that infrastructure, because they own it, and they can alter it, or even, you know, sort of with the agreement that CIG have with Amazon, they could just say, no, not anymore, thank you very much, and that's it, cut off. You know, the account closed. When they finish the game, there's nothing stopping CIG from putting more effort into getting their own servers. I feel that, to be honest, that is the best way. Because if, like, as a business point of view, if CIG are doing things which put at jeopardy anything Amazon's got in place with their servers, like, oh, Amazon turn around and go, CIG, they're nuking all our servers, or they're using up all our server space, or I don't know, it's like, I really feel Amazon would, in defense, you know, change something that CIG will be like, oh, well, we can't do this now, you know. I guess they're probably contracts and legal bindings too. Well, fingers crossed, mate, any contract can be changed, to be honest. There's always a way out of a contract. I think there's, unless Amazon gets out of... Oh, yeah, I don't think they'll go out of business. That's not my worry. I mean, they're massive. Unless something devastating. I mean, they've survived COVID. You know what I mean? They'll survive anything. But I think because they still own, you know, it's their servers, their technology, they can do whatever they want with it. You know, and if they even sell that on, which I don't think they'd ever do, but if they did, or if something happened, if basically Amazon changed their property in a way that CIG could no longer leverage the use of that technology for this game, then CIG are up shit creek. And it's in their best interest to own their own rather than renting off someone else. You know? Exactly, yeah, they've thrived in COVID, yeah. So Amazon, I'm not thinking Amazon's going to go out of business. That's not my worry. My more worry is that out of business necessity, if they alter the hardware or they alter the technology for their business to survive in a way that CIG cannot utilize that structure, then that's it. It's all gone, innit? It's like it's the difference in renting a website, like a monthly, you know, renting it and then owning it yourself, where you own the domain rather than the domain is being rented off somebody else. Because like even with renting it, you could lose your website, you know. Especially if you miss monthly payments. If they change their server tech, it means the tech has evolved. Well, trying to think of an example here. Okay, for instance, the movie industry. Here's my example. Yeah, the movie industry used to use 35mm film for the motion pictures, and nearly every film was shot on 35mm film. Until 2010, when digital projection was the mainstream for cinemas, and a lot more films since 2000 have been shot digitally. 35mm has kind of really descended into only being used as kind of a niche thing. Whereas, say, like a filmmaker like Quentin Tarantino, who has stated he prefers 35mm and he still shoots in 35mm. He hasn't changed his technology, even though his technology has changed. It's now more costly for him to make a film because the price of 35mm has gone up because of the movie industry's moved on to a cheaper alternative, basically. But what if they stopped making 35mm? What if the movie industry said, like, this is no longer accepted or allowed to be used, or basically a governing body that's outside of Quentin's control changes and says 35mm can no longer be used? Quentin really wouldn't make any more films. He would probably give up rather than shoot on digital or something like that. I don't know. But basically his films would no longer be shot on 35mm. He's up shit creek. And that's kind of where I'm meaning that if Amazon was the movie industry and CIG is Quentin, and Amazon change their technology or change it could be devastating for CIG because they're just renting their stuff rather than owning it. Boom, we're down. Right, let's go. Not really bothered about picking up the box, to be honest. We're here for something else. From that perspective, the game has to evolve as well. Otherwise, in 20 years, we'll be playing a game with 20-year-old tech. Well, I mean, that's it. Have they put in place... Where the hell am I going? Have they put things in place now for that to actually be a possibility? Dude, I don't even know what... Oh, there we are. For that to be a possibility where if things change, that it still can evolve and move and, you know... Like, have they put future... into their current structure or the ability to change? Because, you know, it's all done on code, isn't it? So it's I know how that can work. You shouldn't see AWS as just website hosts. I mean, I guess, well, that's one part of it, isn't it? Lots of global corporations put their databases and infrastructures on their servers. I mean, is that all... Sorry, is that all CIG are utilizing? Is their servers as a database? I mean, I suppose it is, isn't it? It can be true for filmography tech, but when it comes to computer hardware, it's not the same. I mean, yeah, it's the mechanics is the same, though. If any kind of change is big enough to affect servers infrastructure, then it's big enough to affect the game. I mean, that's a good point. So, but I suppose my point is that Amazon is its own entity, nothing to do with CIG. Amazon aren't going to change their ways to suit CIG. Amazon are going to change their ways and evolve their ways to suit themselves. And has CIG, if their hardware changes, can their software, I suppose... I mean, it's going down a different loop here, but basically, if Amazon decide to change the way they hold their stuff, in a way that CIG is not prepared for. But you're right, yeah, the game would develop, and especially like if suddenly Amazon turn around and said, right, we're using this type of server now, and you know you've got to migrate all your data, and you know if there was an issue there, but I don't think there would be, but just migrating data should be fine. But Server is basic computer. Yeah, I know what a server is, yeah. Look at this. If Amazon server tech suffers a dramatic change, they would have not only CIG considered, but all their client base. Well, yeah. I mean, anybody who rents a server from them, you know, look, all I know in business, a business does what it needs to do to survive, to continue making profit, to survive. A business does not plow money into something that does not make it profitable, you know, unless there is a further along profit, like Sony making their consoles doesn't generally generate a profit initially, but then software sales afterwards do, you know. So they do put money into knowing that they're going to make a loss on hardware to make a profit through software. Amazon are not going to make allowances for any company if it hurts their profits. So what I'm trying to say is, like, this game is the first type of game, from what I can understand, to be made this way, to utilize servers in the way that they want to do it, you know. So they're going into uncharted territory, aren't they? Yeah, they're going into untested, unproven ground, and they're using the hardware from another company to do that rather than their own. Yeah. And if either Amazon turn around and say, like, what you're doing no longer is going to be profitable for us, or, you know, it's actually going to be damaging to us, they could actually cut off, and suddenly CIG now don't have a server base. Or if, for instance, technology moves on, it gets to a point where Amazon changed their infrastructure or whatever to a point that CIG go, we can no longer utilize these servers, so we can either have to migrate somewhere else or we're screwed, is what I'm trying to say. And that's for me, I just find that an issue when you rent something rather than when you own something. You know, you rent a flat or a house, your landlord can still get rid of you, can still kick you out because he owns the building. You're just renting the space. But if you own the building, well, you're the landlord, who you don't get kicked out. And that's the same mechanic with any rental of anything. So from servers to anything, yeah. I mean, I hope it won't ever happen, you know, but my question is, has CIG made allowance? Like, for me, it's not a question. I would say it's in CIG's best interest to own their technology rather than rent it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I agree your business point, but the server tech survivability depends on having clients using that tech as they sold it. That's true. If they change it dramatically one day, they'll lose most of, not all of their clients, and that's not good business. But not all their clients, so saying that though, not all their clients are doing the exact same thing. Computer tech will never evolve so drastically that will make old stuff not work anymore. That's not in my experience. Computer tech can evolve to the point where computer tech no longer works. Like, for instance, I've got games which are on DVDs. Unfortunately, I cannot install them on the current computer because of the software. Nothing to do with the hardware, but the software prevents it. Windows 10 will not install that game because the game was created for like Windows XP or something, and it's moved on. Even if I put it in compatibility mode, it wouldn't work, you know. So tech can move on to a point which makes older tech obsolete, which is kind of what could happen if Amazon servers evolved and the technology behind CIG didn't, which I don't think that would happen. They would evolve, you know. at least instantly. If that happens, it will be gradual. Yeah, gradual, yeah. CIG and other AWS clients will have time to adapt to it. If they do. Well, yeah. I mean, again, my main point is it's better to own than rent. That's all my point really is. Is better. I feel it would be in CIG's best interest to own rather than rent. You can install an older version of Windows or an emulator. Okay. Actually, to be honest, there is a game which is very hard to emulate on a PC. I mean, I can run it from the CDs that it came with. It is a very old game, but because of the way it was made, it's like no one's successfully been able to digitally run the game. Like, you know, like it has to be installed from the discs type of thing. It's really weird, to be honest. And even getting it to run from the discs is quite hard. Oh, dude, I didn't see how much that sold for last time. Oh, it must have been 115. Right, so I've already sold one of them. Okay. Yay. Number 2. This is the other boring part of it. Just gotta wait. All the waiting for the drugs. You know what I mean? Servers don't come with a preset operative system. Usually the client chooses what it wants and it can change whatever it needs. Yeah, but it's still hardware. Basically, CIG will be working on just the hardware of the server, and it will have to develop pretty much almost all the software needed to run the game. I mean, whatever you say, mate, at the end of the day, if you don't own it, you can lose it. Ooh, look at them dust clouds. Nice. It's still hardware, but you can still run Windows 98 on a current PC. I mean, I've never attempted that, but what I have attempted is I've tried to boot a game that I've been able to boot on Windows Vista or even Windows 7, and it won't boot on Windows 10 because the software just, you know, is incompatible with and that's nothing to do with the hardware. It's incompatible with the software. Software can clash and be incompatible. But that's nothing to do with what we're talking about, so I don't. You'd also agree that I'd feel safer if CIG had. Yeah, exactly. I would feel safer too. That's. I would feel safer if they owned their own tech rather than rented it. It means, you know, the reliability for this game is improved because there's no chance that suddenly we won't have access. Whereas if you're renting something, well, there's every chance that suddenly one day CIG make an announcement, sorry, nobody can have access to the game anymore because of a legal issue with Amazon. Anyway, do you know what? Like, your comment about Windows 98 was on a perspective of a clean, fresh install with no other OS on the system. I mean, okay, yeah, I suppose you could do that, yeah. If it supports 64-bit. Well, actually, no. It wouldn't, sorry. Disregard that comment, sorry. I mean, to be honest, I don't think hard drives have actually changed that much. You know, if I plugged up a hard drive from the year 2000, it would perform exactly the same way as a hard drive bought yesterday. You know, if they're both HD drives running the same, revolution speed, like that has not changed in decades. I think hard drives or PC components, the way you plug them up, that hasn't changed. It's just that they've gotten more flexible in what they can do. You just bought a new PC for the company, and we had to install Windows XP because some of the old software that we used for all our industrial machines. Windows XP was the best. I miss Windows XP. It was the best operating system ever. And it beats Windows 10, for its reliability. Although I do like Windows 10, it's flexible as well. But it's too controlling. Windows 10's a control freak. It's the same except for the SATA and ID tech. That could be a problem as IDE is not used as much anymore. It's gonna take ages now, isn't it? I've sold too much. Yeah, I will. I'll check out Dual Universe, mate. It does. I mean, I don't know what it looks like at all, but I mean, it's a game. You say, yeah? Is it an alpha state as well? Is this another bloody alpha? You know what I mean? What's going on? In fact, let's watch the trailer, shall we? This is Dual Universe official trailer, so this should be the one.
When the neutron star destroyed Earth, you and millions of others were sent on a mission to find humanity a new home. As your Ark ship touches down in an undiscovered solar system, you must decide how you will rebuild in this vast new world.
Dude, this just looks like Star Citizen.
To Dual Universe, a revolutionary MMO set in a world shaped by its players. Dual Universe allows millions of players to interact with each other in a single, fully editable world.
Oh, hello.
In this ship,
Edits the landscape?
every ship built, every city founded,
Oh, so it's like Spore
every battle
in that respect.
writes a new chapter.
It's created by the players.
The game. In Dual Universe, you can build anything you can imagine, from simple outposts.
Ah, it's adults Minecraft, isn't it, mate? It's adults Minecraft.
You can create awe-inspiring structures on your own, or unite with other players to build flourishing cities. With a well-designed spacecraft, you'll be able to explore and claim
Oh,
territory
mate.
on any planet.
You can't post links. No, sorry. That's YouTube preventing that one. Beta goes next month. It is subscription based. But these subscriptions,
Within this economy, you can mine
everyone's subscriptions these days, aren't they?
mass-produce goods. There are many ways to become wealthy and powerful in Dual Universe. Players can join forces by creating organizations. United, you can build massive business empires, start colonies, and even found nations. As your organization's influence grows, you will need to form alliances and be prepared to defend your interests.
Man, oh gosh.
In Dual Universe, combat can range in
The
simple one-on-one skirmish to massive warfare with hundreds of ships. You can be the solo pilot of an agile fighter, or command a large warship that needs a
I must say, the look of it
and its many
seems a lot more basic compared to Star Citizen, but the ability of what you can do within it seems to supersede it.
Players are given unprecedented freedom to shape their world. Every battle won or lost, every business empire built, and every nation founded has a meaningful impact as players create history and invent the future.
Invent the future.
It's your world. How will you leave your mark in Dual Universe?
Dual Universe coming to your galaxy. Yeah, I mean, I like the ideas in it. That looks awesome, where you can literally, basically, pretty much, and kind of what Star Citizen want to do in terms of build bases, but have your own little plot of paradise, of whatever you want it to be. Like, instead of having to buy these ships, you can actually build your ships and build your building and just create your little mini paradise if you wanted to. Graphics are a little bit, yeah, they do seem sort of like 10 years ago type of graphics for me, and I'm kind of feel like anything now less than this in terms of graphic fidelity, I don't know if I'd enjoy that much. And I know graphics are not everything. It's the playability, really, is the mechanics of is the real fun. But it would really be, I'd be like, don't look as good as Star Citizen, you know. Scope, yeah, the scope is massive. The scope, you think it'll be worth it, yeah? Dual Universe Dev Diary, massive multiplayer server technology pre-alpha video. I'll watch that one later. I'll watch that off stream. But yeah, I'll definitely check. I'll check more. I mean, investing into something else now. It's the server tech, and essentially it's the same thing Star Citizen is going for. Check on the Dual Universe, 30,000 simulated players and a continuous single shared. Man, that's gonna be... You're never gonna see on screen in your box window view 30,000 different players all moving around doing these things. No PC could cope with that. I mean, you'll see the icons being represented, maybe, but actual connections, no. I mean, to be honest, I even have doubts of 1,000, let alone 30,000. Found them very interesting and entertaining, and it also gives a unique look at what's... Do you reckon Star Citizen, is that what they're going for, do you think? I mean, I don't think they're going to be like into landscape morphing. Like, you're not going to be able to change the landscape, I feel. But the sort of different empires, but I feel like Star Citizen are controlling that a little bit more by having their own lore that you kind of set your story within, rather than the players creating their own. Like, players create their own for sure, but based within what lore is already there. Whereas that looks like everybody makes it up. There is no previous past history, is that right? You didn't mean the gameplay factor, you meant the server the way they're serving. Oh, okay, I'm with you. Star Citizen want to do the same for their servers the way they've done theirs. And that's in alpha. It's going to go into beta. So the technology like that is still not 100% yet, is it? But it's nice to know that there is somewhere else trying to achieve what Star Citizen is aiming for, and that they are no longer... Because I kind of thought that they were the first ones who were testing all this out, who were trying to do something that is yet not possible. And so for me, I was like, oh, I hope they do it. I hope they make it. But if it's untested, you know, it tends to usually fail the first time. And then you learn from it, and then you succeed. Basically, it's the same as DU. Do you know what? I'm going to get rid of that contract because we actually ain't going to run that contract. Right. Pick up, abandon. But we do need to go back to the orphanage. Which I think I've just nuked. Orphanage. Accept. We don't need that one. We can abandon that one. We don't need this one. We just need that one. Okay. So I've done it again. So that's 115. So that's 2 lots. This will be the third, I think. I had 5,000 units full, I think, when I left. Now I'm down to 2. So that means I've done this 3 times? Oh man, I've forgotten. 30,000 player video shows a lot of promise. They had, I think, about 2,000 real players. This was headless clients simulating remote connections. I wonder how many, like, each player, like the PC capabilities of having that information. I wonder how much that can actually take, because that's really the test of what's possible, because each local player, if they can only handle seeing and interacting with so many different other players on their own hardware, it don't matter how many are in the actual world. Like, say for instance Hurston, you say let's say it can take 1,000 people in Hurston, but if my computer ability can only render and handle 70 people, then that's all I'm ever going to see on my screen, because my PC will bite it before then. Like, if it gets to it, you know what I mean? If it gets too much, my PC will just collapse. The secret is about faking the other players on your PC. Well, no, but this is what I mean. If you're in if you're in space where you can see for infinite, you know, and therefore the space is available for ships to be there or people to be there, or even on a planet with not very much landscape, so the physical space in the game, you could have 1,000 people in a crowd, but then even if you fake it, there's still a representation where that representation still is controlled by another player. And so that representation still needs to utilize the hardware to move within my game. Do you see what I mean? Making them seem like they're there, but they're actually not on your PC. You can't see anything more than 5 or 10 kilometers away. Are you talking in real life? You're talking in Star Citizen. Like, the draw distance for Star Citizen in 3.10 has been increased to like 7 or 8 miles now. You know? I think it's 5 right now in 3.9. So it's doubled, basically. So within 10 kilometers, if you know, to fit how many people on the screen at once, that still takes a little bit of computing power. And there is a difference to having just, say, me in my landscape, and then having, say, 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people. There is a massive computing difference between those numbers, you know. And my PC personally will only take so much, so it doesn't matter how many you can actually fit in a server and how many you can fit on whatever at once, but how many can each local machine, which is all different, physically fit before it goes, this is too much. Man, my water's going down. I might not be able to finish this mission. We need water. I'm gonna have to sort of stand still, I think. 39% water. Although saying that though, we'll be going to a thingy, so I'll be able to pick up some more water there. 1,000 players will probably span much more than 10 kilometers diameter. You reckon? I mean, how many players can you fit in 1 mile squared? Quite a lot. Probably 100. If not more. But you don't have to render 1,000 people in your computer. But you do. If they're there, if they're in the physical space. Like if there's 1,000 people outside of this hut right now, in order for me to see them, my graphics card has to render it. The information coming in from the server, you know? It only lets you know that there are 1,000 people near you, hence why I said faking it. I get that you can fake it, as in it just says, right, there's somebody here, and then an icon and a sort of low-res polygon, whatever representation basically is in place of the full fidelity, you know, like this type of fidelity person, you know. But even so, you've still got to have that representation, or the level of detail will change as well. I mean, the level of detail is relative to where you're standing, so you move, your level of detail moves with you, you know? But if I stood here and did not move, and in this perceived vision I've got here, and let's say you can fit 500 people in this spot, take out all the buildings, and if you could fit 500 other players in my vision right now, my question is how many players can actually be seen before my hardware, my graphics card, resets itself because it can't handle the load of the game. I've been playing Satisfactory a lot lately. It renders literally tens, if not hundreds of thousands of items constantly. Yeah. I mean, I get that these assets are all on a server, and then that information is capped, sent down the pipeline to my PC. My PC looks at it and goes, right, rendered. I just think there's a limit to everyone's got different PC specs. So obviously there's a level that you have to have your PC set at in order to even play the game. Like I've had to increase my memory in order to run 310. You know, as smoothly as I run 3.9, you know? It's still alpha and there's FPS drops on occasion, but you can have thousands upon thousands of stuff rendered dynamically on your screen. Yeah, but I mean, okay, I agree with that statement, but that dynamic stuff rendered on screen might not be attached to a controllable player and might not be moving, being controlled by a player. So the data size, there would be good compression algorithms. Yeah, that's true. Even with all that, you can send and receive large chunks of data properly, relatively. And there's also the high bandwidth the game will probably require. Yeah, well that too. Yeah, exactly. Your internet, in order to have all these assets coming in, your internet will have to be of a certain type, won't it? Why is it asking me to pick up that box when I haven't? I've only got the one box in my inventory and none of it has to be picked up. Oh yeah, it does. Oh, it does. I still have to pick that box up. But hang on a second. Got a box on the ship. Oh, I'll take this one just in case. I think I deleted the wrong one before. Or it ain't gonna work. Most likely by the end of this, anyone with an internet connection below 5, I'm guessing megabytes, or even 10 megabytes a second will have problems playing this. $1080, and secondly, graphics card will be able to handle it, but only the new ones. I mean, I've got a 1080 Ti. I run this game right now fine, you know. But then again, the most players I've ever seen on my screen at once is probably 7. That's it. And what I have noticed, and I know that this is an alpha and, you know, it's still got more performance enhancing to go and all that. But what I have noticed is that when even having, say, 5 players in the same vicinity, it's changed the frame rate. You know, it's changed the capability of how smooth it is for me in game. So, and that was only with 4 other people. Sorry. So, like, okay, they've got enhancements to tweak and all this, but then my question is 500. You know, even with all that, there's a limit to what hardware can do. Hardware, you can't make hardware run better. It's not like a software. Software can be changed and recoded and then implemented, and boom, it's done. Hardware is an actual finite amount of thing. You can only take that hardware out and replace it with another piece of hardware that then expands it. So in other words, my graphics card will only ever be able to perform to a certain level. Like you said, maybe certain graphics cards will no longer be able to work with this game. You will have to have like a minimum level, you know, which just kind of proves the point of there is a limit to the capabilities of the hardware to what you can actually get into this game. It's one of the things I love about COG. They're willing to push the tech to its limits to make recycled games like almost all major publishers. Oh, and not make recycled games, sorry. That's because the FPS is tied to the server at the moment. Server meshing is going to change the way the frame rate is handled, yeah. I mean, I suppose, yeah, it should increase it. The performance should be increased, really, shouldn't it? If you can get, yeah, don't know. Oop, 1.3%. That's got to keep an eye on that. What's the chat say? Ooh. So it seems like the server's pretty decent here. Bandwidth is 7 times day value and 0.3 megabits. This is insane. Well, I've got 0.8. Looks like the server's pretty decent. Man, come on. Come on, man. 5 of these. What's... I need to change that. It's the thumbnail. It's Fighting Fantasy, man. Can we change it now? Oh, there's nothing on here. Oh dear. I'll need to... Hang on, let's just quickly change the thumbnail on this video. Properly change it afterwards. Don't want people thinking we're playing Fighting Fantasy. That'll do, that one. Join the universe. Oh, and then it loads them all in. Look at that. Well, we'll have that one in instead. Freaky. There we go. Changed. Changing the subject. Do you the final intended plan for cargo? Hey? Do you the final intended plan? I plan to run cargo, if that's what it's saying. FPS is tied to the server. There's a limit, but CIG is working with a limit as well, since they're using the same graphics card we are using to make the game. Man, I'd hope they were using the best graphics card. And more than one. Like, get like 3 tied together in one PC. You know what I mean? Do you know the final intent? Do you mean the intention for cargo? Or as in what are CIG planning with cargo? Man, this thumbnail's not publishing. Don't want to know. Do you know intended plan for cargo? Right, sorry, you're asking me if I'm aware of what the end goal to the cargo gameplay is for this game. I don't know. I don't know what the intention is for cargo. But cargo, mining, salvage, they're the gameplay loops that I'm most interested in. So, yeah, please tell me if you know. That would be great. The original plan for cargo, as stated by Chris Roberts in their old 10 for the chairman videos, is basically right now you just press a few buttons and cargo. Oh, right. In terms of you have to load it in yourself, or you'll have AI to load it in for you. But it's like you literally, it's the time to do it. Yeah, I know that one. Sorry, yes. I thought you meant the gameplay mechanic as a whole. Like they're in their stepping stones phase to get to that end goal, but I do know that they the implementation for that Like, you have to either load it in yourself or the AI will load it in, but it literally will be box by box, like you're carrying the boxes around. That's... yeah, imagine filling up, like, the cat box by box. I mean, I'm assuming the bigger the ship, you might get a little quicker paced loading, you know, because otherwise it's gonna take forever, and pirates are gonna nuke you if you're trying to fill it with, you know, illegal stuff. You just get nuked. You're not interested in cargo. That's one of the things that got me into this game. The level of detail. So what got me into this game? I mean, first off, the way I heard about it was through a friend. Like, he played it on his YouTube channel, and I looked at it and thought, yeah, it looks all right. I like space games, but oh, dude, we've sold it all, have we? I guess so then. Okay, fair enough. Mate, I thought we had one more lot to go, personally. Okay. I see it this way. Right now it's highly profitable because it's easy and fast. As in cargo running? See, I've still got bloody drugs on board here. Still got drugs on board, but I haven't got anything. Just can't get the stuff these days, can you? Look at this. He sold it all, I did. Alright, we're going to go back and buy some more. Oop. Lenny, gear up. The cargo running, it's easy and... I mean, yeah, 310 changes the way we do our cargo runs. And I understand as well... Oh, set route. Oh, yeah. I understand as well that in previous patches, like, piracy has been easier mechanic, or gameplay loop as they call it, to do because of certain features or certain things. And obviously in this one, cargo running is easy for making money. So I understand that in the future, it's not always going to be that way. It's most probably going to be maybe one patch. It'll be mining is the top way to make the money, you know. I had actually a good point of like, I've only been playing it just over a month, little over a month. You've been playing it for years, David. There's other people who have been playing it from the very beginning. So your perception on this game is different to what mine is, because I've just come into it. So I only know what I either am told by others or what I see physically for myself, or I learn alongside everyone else as CIG drip feeds the information out. So, but the one thing that I think new players share and have in common, which separate them from experienced players, is their perception on this game. Okay? I believe every new person is in the same shoes as me, is that when they get in this game, and once, you know, they see, like, the worlds and what's possible, and they learn the possibilities, that all they want to do is make money, because they want to have access to the big ships. Like right now, I'm working my money to try and get the Prospector. And then once I have it, like, then I'll still keep using this ship, and then it'll be the Caterpillar that I want to try and get, because that will be the key for me to unlocking like the 600i or the jump ship or the Carrack in the future. And I feel that most, if not all, new players just want to get the big ships because they're cool, because they look better, you know? And so I think the perception of a new player is, I need to earn credit, in-game credit, in order to do that, or I need to pay in real life, which some of these ships are thousands. So it's like I'll just grind through the in-game way. And from my understanding, cargo right now is the best way. Running cargo is the best way to make money fast. Like, you know, using exploitation loops or not, you know, like, but experienced players who have done cargo runs, who have done mining to death, who have done it all, combat, mercenary missions, are probably looking for something new and something more to do. You most likely probably already own all these ships. You probably most likely have already bought the big one that satisfies that need to want to have the big one, you know? So your perception of this game right now, and I'm purposely not reading that comment that you say about what you said about your perception, because hang on, I just want to say this, is that I believe that the perception of the more experienced players more are looking this as like a test bed rather than wanting to gain things within currency. Like, nobody should really be using this like a game. You should be testing this to death, you know, to make sure it works for when it does become a game. But like for me, I use it because I want to earn the other big ships, and I think new players want to do that too. But experienced players have already perhaps done that, and so they're looking for something more adventurous, something more fun. And you'll probably find, I think, more pirates who are experienced players than new players, you know? Or people who were more interested in doing other things other than, say, earning in-game credits. Like, explore, just I don't know, maybe not even exploring, because they've already done that to death as well. But I feel that experienced players have almost like a different agenda. They see this game differently because of their experience to new players. So I think I'll read your comments now. So I think my perception is different from even people that came at the same time as me or even before. That's why I watched every video, read every thread, and post about the game. Do you know what? I do kind of feel like that as well. I feel like when people come into this, they think they're playing a game and they're not testing a product. And that's where I feel people make their mistake, is they need to look at this like they're testing a product, not playing a game. And then you won't get frustrated. And their plans for the game. So, sorry, official or not, I could learn as much as I could. I mean, I literally spent 4 months watching nothing but Star Citizen videos from their channel, where they did nothing but talk about the game and their plans for the game. I wasn't about to spend hundreds in an alpha without knowing everything what I could about it. On that point, my perception is that a lot of people know this is alpha, but don't really understand the meaning of alpha or develop. To be honest, so this isn't like any normal alpha. Okay, alphas do not take 7 years, okay, I mean, they can, but in general, from past experience, alphas don't take 7 years to get to a beta stage or whatever, you know. The development cycle of games is less than 10 years total, you know. So for this to be an alpha for 70% of its development cycle of a normal game is totally unheard of. This isn't like any other alpha. This isn't an alpha. For me, this isn't really an alpha as such, even though it's classed as one, you know? Yes, they do. David, I've studied game design. Like, so I know exactly the process of a game from 10 years ago. The perception is, for me, from 10 years ago. 2007, I studied game design, so I know exactly the development process of a game, of how it goes from thought to sale, you know. So from 10 years ago of my experience, alphas do not stay in alpha for 7 years, you know. Like, where am I going? Like, and when I say as a definitive statement, it's an average of, you know, of games. The average game does not stay in alpha. There will be the odd game that will have a long development cycle, more than most, but, you know. Oh, dude, I'm not even looking at... Now, I hit I just then, and I didn't hear the turn off of the old thing. And it's still gravitating me, although it has stopped me now. So that's okay. Ooh. Ooh. Where is it? There it is. The only difference is you don't see it about the 10-year developments. That's not entirely true. It depends on the scope and size of game. Mate, okay. GTA 5, which is pretty big game. Not the biggest at all, but for consoles, you know, pretty big. That had like 8 years from start to finish. Skyrim had 13 years, but that was a different, you know. Actually, no, it didn't have 13. Sorry, no, it didn't. It had 9. Sorry. On average, a game, a normal, just your typical. And genre does matter, you know, in terms of this. Like, certain games will take less to develop because they're easier just by genre. Platformer games, you know, as opposed to, say, MMO. In fact, MMO is probably easier. You know, it's only asset building, really. Spore, that game, that had like 6 years get development. That started being developed in like 2004, and it came out in 2009, I think. I might be wrong on that one. It was either 2009 or 2011, one of the two. And that's a massive game when you think about it, because it encompasses the universe, you know. But it's a little bit snidey in the fact that the players build it. So there wasn't much asset to develop, you know. But on average, you can pretty much average that in an alpha state. The average timeline is between 3 to 5 years, if that, for an alpha state, you know. Average. The beta is a matter of between months to up to 2 years, 3 years maximum. I've never known. I'm unaware of a single alpha that's had 7-year development. You know, because an alpha is a playable state where refining is happening, not so much like implementing new features. Like, I mean, it is that implementing new features as well, but not as you're creating the game. The game has a structure, has a shell of a structure in an alpha state that's refined for the beta, that's tested for the quality control, that's finalized for the sale. But this one seems to be kind of building it as the alpha goes along, you know. I mean, I would say this is a pre-alpha from past game experience. Pre-alpha this would be. I mean, what I understand as alpha is what the gaming community has defined as alpha. That's what I was taught. That's what an alpha is, but that's 10 years ago. Things might have changed anyway. But to be honest, it's up to the developer to define what they want in their own thing. You're a software developer. Okay. Alpha is any project from the moment I click the new project button until I say it's beta. Not necessarily. There is like almost like a cycle before alpha, isn't there? You know, there is you start work on paper or on a computer, you know, but there is a moment that it actually is handed to an alpha team. So what's the stage? It's pre-alpha before that. It's not alpha as soon as you come up with the idea, is it? So how you see it, developing a game is almost like building a tall skyscraper. You can't hope that the 30-story takes as much time to build as a 100-story. I don't know what you mean here. And then determines citizen as like 1,000 floors. I'm not following your example. Sorry. I feel like I'm coming in way too fast for some reason. Hang on a second, let me just land this sucker. Oop, we go in there. Okay. I don't really want to park it in front of a rock like that, so we'll just swing it here. Like, whoa! Coming down a bit fast, man. There we go. Another happy landing. Right. Your alpha is anything still in development. Well, that's not true, mate. I mean, again, I'm only talking about games. I'm not talking about software. You know, I know games are software, but I'm not talking about like building Photoshop or building a program to be used in a development of anything else. I'm purely talking about the games industry. You know, game studios and the way they create a game. You know, it follows a set path. You know, the game cycle for every single game is generally on average exactly the same. You know. Oh, the only difference between that is when you get a game like Star Citizen, where it kind of... Well, actually, no, not like Star Citizen, because this is an MMO, isn't it? But when you get a game that changes the way a genre is, like it basically creates a genre, that's when you get difference of developments. But that don't happen very often. Like you said, they're pretty generic games now, you know? Right, so I've just bought a load of that, but it hasn't shown on my cargo list. What's that all about? Vaccinate. Are we gonna have a crash in a second? Did it? Oh, it failed. That's why. My bad. Oh no, it did show. Okay, there it is. $5. I didn't see that before. So I've got 70 more. Okay, so I can't get any more ETAM, but I can fit some more slam on. Can we get some slam in? Get this slam in. Slam it. Boom, we've got it. Right, now I'm carrying way too much. Again, it's not there. Where's the slam? Me slam ain't showing, man. There we go, now it is. That's weird. It only shows. It's like a delayed reaction for showing. That's mad. Right. Oh, here we go. Dodgy now. So this is it now. This is where I could lose a lot of money, because I've got 425 grand's worth of one and 600 grand's worth of another. So that's a lot of dope. Right, so now we need to think about plotting courses, because I don't know if I can actually go back to... Right, let's sell... we're nowhere near Crew L5, so we do actually need to go to this first to sell it. But I could go to Grim. Actually, I will do that. Go to Grim. You're not gonna let me. We'll just have to play it by... Oh, I'm not even in my ship, that's why. Duh. Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't it let me set a course then? There we go. Weird. There we go. And again. Boom. We got it. Hang on, mate. Let me give this thing in the air. What am I doing? Don't need to do that. Right. What are you saying here, mate? From that perspective, alpha is subjective. Not in the games industry. Each studio defines what they understand of alpha, not in the games industry. So the way I see it, CIG alpha means still in development. I mean, at the end of the day, CIG, you know, this isn't created in the same fashion as a normal game. This is the first time I've ever seen a game like this made. And to be honest, it's only in the last, say, 5 to 7 years. What the fuck happened then? The hell happened then? Yeah, it's only in the last 5 to 7 years have I seen game studios releasing alphas to the public. You know, like before 2015, maybe 2013, you know, the public didn't really get access to alphas, but now you get them downloaded on the console or the beta. You can pay to get into it. That's only been since like the last 7 years. Before that, people were paid, like, as you would know, people were contracted, you know, to perform alpha tests, you know, not where I have to pay to get into an alpha. But that, again, the games industry kind of has evolved a little bit from that now, where it allows the members of the public to alpha test. But they're gamers, they're not alpha testers. They don't know how to alpha test. They just play the game and think it's rubbish. The way I see it, CIG alpha means it's still in development and not feature complete. It's polishing. Yeah, this definitely ain't feature complete, is it? Which is something the community clashes a lot in. Which is, yeah, I think a lot of people's frustrations in this game lie in the fact that they're a gamer. They think they're playing a game. They don't realize they're actually, when they go into this verse, they're a product tester. They're quality control, as it were, you know. And they need to be performing certain functions, like when it goes into PTU, they say this is what we want you to look for, this is what we want you to test, you know. But I've seen streamers go into 310 and just continue playing as if they're playing the game, and then they go, "Why ain't it working, man? Why is this working?" It's like, mate, like, it's not a game. It's not finished. You're not contradicting me. I don't know, mate. You seem to be trying to say a point which I don't agree with. But there was a video where a CIG developer said to himself, "Alpha is subjective to each studio." Like, I mean, maybe nowadays that's true, Dave. But when I was training as a games developer, a game designer, sorry. No, that's not how it was back in 2007. Like, it's probably changed a lot since then, you know. It's probably evolved a lot, but I can only give you from my experience and my point of view, can I? Like, I'm not in the games industry now, so but I don't see that it's changed that much. Only the fact that alphas are now given more to the public than they were once in the past, you know. But there kind of is like blocks of time given to each stage, you know. But they're kind of they're not defined. They're, you know, they're different for each game. And studios, yes, kind of do define their own terms, but they follow this structure. They follow the exact same structure, you know. A game goes from, you know, whatever it is before an alpha, pre-alpha, to an alpha stage, to a beta stage. I've even been taught there's an omega stage, and then your final quality, which is your QA stage, you know, and then it gets released to the public. We are product testers. You're absolutely right there, mate. That's it. Are we volunteers though? I mean, yeah, we are. Charged volunteers. CIG sees alpha as anything. I mean, Chris Roberts has made video games in the past. He knows exactly what's what. But I don't think this is following that same rule set, that same procedure. You know, this is a complete... Do you know of any other game, David, that's made like this, where during pretty much when did it start being available to the public? Like, when did that start happening? Like, okay, I heard that Dave had these, you know, like 7 dwarves with in his basement. I think there's 12 other people in his basement that they were making the game. But when did it become available to the public? Like, how early on did it become available to the public? Do you think it was when Chris realized, oh man, my bank balance ain't gonna fund this project. We need help. We need backers. And Kickstarter was around, you know? When did the Kickstarter campaign kick off? Like, how... If this has been 7 years in development, does that mean that they started work on this at 2013? Must have been like 2012, 2013 when they started work on this. Is that correct? It was a few months after the Kickstarter, the Hangar module. Is that when players came into it? Because, that, I mean, yeah. See, for me, like, this is still the building of the game. Like, this is still the production of it, yeah? Like, from my past experience, it goes into alpha when, say, 95% of your game mechanics are in the game, and like 90% of, or say 70% of the game is actually finished, like in terms of everything's in. In other words, the alpha testers have a very good idea of what's going to be in the final product, but obviously there might be some features missing, there might be loads of bugs to sort out, but there's very little in terms of gameplay mechanics that are not in an alpha that, you know, are in the final build. It might change still from alpha to beta, but it's pretty much done. Whereas that's not what this is. This is, for me, still being produced. It's still... Where am I going? I don't even need that. Like, this is still being created. Yeah, they're still building the game. And when I say game, I don't mean Squadron 42. I mean this Star Citizen verse, which is what majority of the people probably have come here for. I imagine only very few people have come just for Squadron 42. Right, Grim Hex up ahead. Alright, I can't see a single thing for these asteroids. We're gonna hit something, we are. I'm gonna smack right into an asteroid. Right, just give me a sec till I've landed at Grim Hex, Dave, so... Because I can't bloody see a thing here. I love that little roar. Reminds me of Spore. Landing pad assigned. It's always on the other side of the asteroid. Hang on, did I turn my lights on or off? Okay, they're on. Dude, where am I landing here? It's on the other side, isn't it? It's it's always on the other side. Oh no, it isn't, it's there. Right, wheels down. Yeah, well, here we go. Dude, this is like butt clenching, this is. With the amount I'm carrying. I'm just hoping that she's just the nervous one and that we're not actually hitting anything. Yay! Oh yeah. Once I can sell all my cargo, I will definitely have a pleasant stay. Because I've got so much investment at the moment. Right. What are we saying? I'll have to go back because I can't see after that now. Oh, hang on. No, I can, yeah. So that's the hangar module. That's the problem. The Kickstarter started in 2012. Okay, so that's when player had access. So that's 8 years. Man, I thought somebody said it was 7. Where am I going? Oh, there it is. I don't feel like I'm going the right way here. But I am. Okay. Whew. Elevators are working. Nice. Oh, my concourse. So that's 8 years that players have had access to this game. So I mean, the question is, how long before the player has had access was this game in development for? Right. Sell some drugs, man. Right. So we had 425 of ETAM, and we had 600 of slam. And how much are we going to get to sell? Empty cargo space 20. I thought I pretty much everything. That's weird. Right, so we're selling it in groups of 92. Okay. 92. By the time they had 20 people working in a garage. Oh, I thought it was 13 in a basement. There was a photo of it lost in the internet. And since then, they've built 4 studios grouped around the world with nearly 600 employees. Wow. When they say 7 to 8 years in development, that's not entirely the right scenario, as the development picked up its pace probably a year or two after the Kickstarter campaign. Well, yeah, so, like, okay, so, oh, dude, I'm on 13% water. There's no water at Grim Hex, is there? Dude, I'm gonna die. But my cargo should remain on the ship, shouldn't it? Like, my cargo should be safe, even if I die, because I have landed at Grim Hex, I will just re-log back in at Grim Hex, but my cargo should still be on the ship. Not that you know of. Oh. Let's hope I don't die before I can get to Crew L5 then. Maybe I should go to Crew L5 now. And then come back here to sell the rest. Because I think that's going to be best. 13% water, yeah. We're going to leave here now. Go to Crew L5. And then come back here. Because otherwise I'm going to die. And then all of this would have been pointless. The elevators are working, so that's good. %, man, it's going down. Your cargo will... hang on, your cargo should still be there unless there's a bug. So there's no point in leaving then, is there? Dude, you just said he not at Grim Hex that you knew of. It's the only reason I left. Mate. Oh, but no, when I log back in, I'll still be on 12%, so I should leave. No, yeah. I'll still be buggered, basically. Where's my ship? 6. Oh, not unless I die, though. If I die... Oh, I don't know if I die, though. Right, landing base 6. Let's quickly... Let's just go to L, I think, just to be safe. Because the first thing I can do is get some water. Right, number 6 is what we want. Water is not at Grim Hex. Yeah, not until 3:10, is it? I can't wait around till 3:10. Number 6. If you die there, your ship should still contain the cargo. Should it? Should. I don't like the word should, mate. I mean, if my cargo is still going to be on board my ship if I die, because when I come back, I will have full water. I will have full health, won't I? Man, I don't want to lose this money, mate. I really don't. Alpha plus bugs equals memes. Mate, I'm gonna lose my money. I mean, at the end of the day, it don't matter if I do lose the money, because it might not even persist into the next patch. My ships might not even persist into the next patch. I could end up losing everything I'm trying to earn right now. So we just, you know what, we'll just go for it. We'll die selling these, okay? And then when I come back, I'll just continue on the sale. And if it doesn't work, then c'est la vie. We start this whole route again. Oh, it's going to take ages, isn't it? It's going to take absolutely ages to sell this shit. No. Yeah, so, okay, what I was saying, like, you know, is like... Oh, it doesn't matter. Just forget it, man. People complain about losing their stuff and money due to patch wipes, but they fail to realize that even when they play, the cargo run feature will completely change once Quanta comes online. Well, that's it, yeah. Like, the economy hasn't even started yet. You know, it's like, I think that's why people complain, though, is because they want to make as much money as they can so they could buy those ships that they want. So they're burning, they're grinding, you know, to earn that credit in game to get those cool ships in their account. So when it all goes to pot, when it does, you know, and they're like, ah, you know, because they know, just like you and me, that when Quanta comes online, yeah, that there's going to be an economy. You're not going to be able to buy as much. It's going to be a lot more frustrating for cargo runs. You're going to have to be literally going around 5 different places to pick up cargo just to fill your ship before you can even then go and sell it. And that's not even to say if when you go to sell it that they're going to say, yeah, we'll take it. You might have to then go to 10 different places in order to sell it, because it's just going to depend on the you know, demand and need of each location. So cargo running might become super frustrating in the future, and then it's like piracy will become the number one, or mining, you know, will become the next gameplay feature to come to the front. Who knows? Dude, this ain't gonna... I'm selling in groups of 800 as well. Quanta will completely destroy those buy here, sell there spreadsheets on the internet. Well, to be honest, I almost kind of feel like, do they even work now? Like, they tell you they tell you the price, right? But the one I use, right, which I don't know if it's the same one everyone else uses, but the one I use doesn't even have the correct prices. So like, even their prices, it's on SC Trading Camille. Camille.ovh, that's the one I use. It looks like that, right? But the prices don't even match to what's in game at the moment. So this must be old data, right? So, but it does tell me, it does give me an idea of the difference between the elements and the and not only the difference between the elements, but also the price difference, as well as like where I can buy it and sell it. That's what I use it for, really. I don't really look at the prices. I just go, where can I buy and sell, and then check the in-game price, you know. But I mean, are these? Does it even change in game at the moment? Like, even like, I don't think I've ever seen the Laranite change its price. So therefore, I would say no. But obviously, from patch to patch, it might be different. Even before this Quanta comes online, you know? The economy will be so dynamic that unless you have a team of guys, that's it, tracking 24/7, there's going to be absolutely no point of having these things. I agree with you 100% on that. These are going to be worthless in the future, because it's going to be changing that frequently, you know? You would have to have like a live spreadsheet where it's constantly being updated by the players as opposed to anybody else, you know? Spreadsheets depend on whoever owns them and how frequently updated. CRG can update the prices internally at will, independent of patches. All right, okay. 2 or 3 patches ago, Widow was the main profit maker. Right now, it seems Laranite is the one. I actually don't find that to be true. I don't think Laranite is the... I get more profit off Agricium per hour than I do off Laranite. Seriously. And I think it's more to do with the trade route rather than the commodity, because there's so many more people watching where you land for the Laranite to nuke you. It's a lot more dangerous. So therefore I can't make as much money because I get nuked on Laranite. So, but yeah, it'll change in the next patch, and then as soon as that thing comes online, it'll just change everywhere. That's it, yeah. Totally agree with you, David. That's it. There will be no, this is the one you want to do, guys. This is the main route. This is the killer secret route I've discovered. It'll be, just have to keep trying stuff. You know. I'll believe you since I don't do cargo runs. I just heard it on YouTube. It's, yeah, there's a run that you can literally do every 7 minutes, where you earn 60 grand every 7 minutes in the Freelancer Max. So I go to a moon, I pick up a Max full, Freelancer Max full of Agricium, I go to Port Olisar and I sell it, and I return back to that moon, and it's 7 minutes. So every 7 minutes, I'm earning 60k. And in an hour, earns me more than any other trip I've done, even this one I'm doing now. Once a route becomes established, pirates will attack it, forcing players to make a new route. That's why I can't wait for this quantum to come online and everything to change dynamically. There will be no now. Like right now, it's Tram and Myers. All the pirates go there because there's no Armis zone, and it's like it's a good trade route for Laranite, and so everybody gets, all the pirates hang out there. So I avoid it like the plague. Like I don't even bother with it. Even though you can make, you know, I think it's about, you can make 60 grand a hit off it as well. Oh, the vision's fading. The vision's starting to go here. Did I even put that up? No, I didn't. Well, there's also the other fact that routes and their traffic will also change depending on what's the hot commodity at the moment. Yeah, that's it. Quanta's going to be a very big game changer. So you're a bounty hunter, are you? You're a mercenary bounty hunter, David, eh? Do you know what, actually? I actually will be looking to employ somebody with exactly your skill set. When I get the caterpillar, I'm going to need somebody to watch my ass. You know, I'll be looking to team up, and I'll be looking to pay somebody like 200 grand a session just to watch my back. Would you be up for the task? I expect my contracts will be Quanta created. Yeah. What's your in-game handle? Or I'll tell you what, you know what mine is. Mine's Mercury Bear. So just friend request me, mate, if I haven't already got you as a friend. And we'll team up one time. Escorts and bounty hunting. Yeah, because I tell you this now, in 3.10, with the new sort of trading where you can just hand people money, pirates are just going to be all over that. It's going to be so easy for somebody to come up to you and go, give me your money or I'm nuking your ship. You know, and it's going to be so easy to pass money to each other, where pirates are just going to be demanding it all over the place. So cargo runners like me, I'm going to need support. I'm going to need help. I'm going to need to pay just a cargo run. You think you've added me already? Oh, okay. What's your in-game handle? Because I'll know if you have. Oh, here we go. 6%. It's getting crucial now. With The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and the Master Chief Collection update, I just left Star Citizen alone for a while. Oh, Darlak. Oh, right. I'm with you now, mate. I don't know if I have actually got you as my friend. I think I might. I think I have. Yes, I have, mate. I have. We are. Oh, right. Hang on. Is this the one? That's the handle that you said to me, David. And you said, I'll have to wait till I'm on YouTube to tell you. %. Yo, bud. Got any water, man? Hey, I've never seen that there before. I've never seen that box there before, mate. Who put that there? Did they give you any? Yeah, a bottle of water, mate. Have you got a bottle of water, please? I'd like to pick up a bottle of water.
I think you're confused.
No, I'm not, mate. I'm very thirsty. I need some water, is what I need, mate. You haven't got any. But you've got an ashtray. Dude, are you vaping? Dude's a vapor, look at that. Vaping is in the verse. But he's got it in an ashtray. That's weird. Alright, this is it. Moment of truth, mate. When, if my cargo will come back once I die. You forgot about that Twitch conversation. Remember everything, mate. Oh, we got ages to go here. Bah, 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 bah. Did you say you were stopping by on Friday on the Twitch with a 24-hour stream? Gonna be doing some Star Citizen and other stuff there. 9 minutes left. It's 9 minutes here. I wonder if I hang on. Let me come away from this. It says 8 minutes there, but what happens if I have a MediPen? Does that increase that length? Medical equip. Here we go. No, it doesn't. But it just increases my health, which is at 99%. So it doesn't actually increase the length of time I can survive. It's about the tech part of the game. Oh, what's this say? About the conversation about alpha and whatnot. do you want to open that up again, mate? Did you watch Digital Foundry's video about Star Citizen? I don't think I have, no, sorry. It's about the tech part of the game, and since you said you studied game development, I think you might like it. Yeah, I'll check that out, mate. Digital Foundry. I better write that down, otherwise I'll forget. Digital Foundry. Hey, what do you think? Right, okay, let's step into the future, Dave, for a second, yeah? Let's step into the future of whenever it happens, when this game is complete, yeah? And it's been made available now to purchase, right? So, like, you can either get it through Steam or whatever they plan on the distribution of it, right? Imagine what the strategy guide manual is going to be like. It's going to be like the old yellow pages. It's going to be massive, isn't it? It's going to be so thick, it's going to be like that thick big. Encyclopedia. Yeah, it's going to be 27 volumes long. Yeah. I wonder how many writers are like preparing books to be released when this comes out, with obviously permission of CIG and stuff like that, for when this game launches. Because obviously you can't publish anything now about it for fact of copyright, because CIG won't let you, but also it's going to change so much, you know, the lore. So what can you write about something that's going to constantly change? Not much. You buy the game today, you start playing 10 days from now, that in between time is just learning the game. Mate, in that 10 days, Dave, they're going to have changed so much of the game as well, with like continual, like, so even when it's finished, we're still going to get continual updates, aren't we? There's still going to be performance tweaks, enhancements, updates, new things that they're building. They're still going to be building ships even when this thing's launched. You know, there's still going to be assets that they're still going to be creating. So they're still going to be handing out patches and updates. So within that 10 days of learning the game, there's going to be like new things that change that game so much. It's gonna, it's gonna. To be honest, it's probably gonna need a year for new people after it's released. Yeah, that after release, that's what I'm talking about too. They said several times they won't stop updating the game with new content. Maybe they fooled us all, Dave. Maybe they've actually released it. They just never told anybody. Like, maybe it's not an alpha no more. It is actually released, so they just didn't tell anybody. Like, imagine that. When was the last time you heard a CIG developer say the word alpha? Hey? 4 minutes left of life. Do you know what? Anybody can... Oh, no, they can't because it's an armist zone. Oh, hang on. I did another sale then. So I've done 392,000 and we're kind of halfway through our sale here. Dude, I hope my cargo is going to be on board when we come back. I really do, because I'll be dropping so much. Look, I've... 1.8? Oh? I'm on 1.25 million already. How's that? I thought I had 9... That's... What? Well, I've already got 1.2. I thought I was down to something like 400,000 when I bought all this stuff. Oh, I don't know, man. Saying that though, I've been selling drugs all day, haven't I? I've been shifting poppers and all sorts all day. Their first intention was to have a proper release like other games, but then Chris Roberts said he'd like to go into what's called a soft release. A soft release of about 20 years, which is more like a soft transition between beta and release. Yeah, he's doing what's called game meshing. So he's meshing the development cycles all together into one. Just like his servers. He just wants to mesh things together. He's a big mashed potato fan. That's what all that is. Game development meshing. We just meshed the alpha, beta, and game release all together in one fluid transitional experience for the players. Oh, this is still a production phase. This is of the game. You know, where you're building assets, you're implementing mechanics. You know, you're still laying the structure of the Bible for what the game will be. It's still the production of the game, and in the history of game development, no public member sees the production of a game. It's always done behind closed doors. It's never are people invited into experiencing the development of the game. You know. But they call it alpha. But yeah, I don't care either, to be honest. I mean, we get to play this, mate. We still get to use and play this, so it's all good, isn't it? You just want the features they've promised, like salvage, repair, bounty hunting. Do you know what? I need to know. I need to see this. Like, is there one location where they've said this is what we want our game to be? Because like I just hear drips and drabs from 45 seconds, drips and drabs from people and things, and it's like I'm not too sure if Like, I've seen the his final vision in you know what I mean, in like one location. Has that ever been published, or a video or anything like that? 20 seconds, mate. Not one. It's spread across multiple videos and posts. Oh, he's done a George Lucas, has he? You know, where he defines it once, and then he sees something he like. Oh, hang on, my vision's gone all back to normal. Look at that. That's weird, isn't it? Oh, I'm dead. That's why I spent 4 months watching all those YouTube vids. I mean, that's what I'm in the middle of doing, David. Watching all the videos. I'm gonna start the Star Citizen YouTube channel from the beginning. I've been avoiding it because I've been thinking, well, it's gonna change, you know, so much. So there's no point, really, is there? But I think there is a point. So they might say something with what they want for the future. Right, here we go, Dave. Right, you remember me? I just died here 5 minutes ago, mate. Do you remember that? Mate, you look different. At least we know we're in the set. No, I don't need something from you, mate. At least we know... Get away. Move away. There we go. At least we know we're in the same server. There's that box again. So, that's good. Right, here we go. Here we go. Can't click it. Do I have to draw my vehicle out first? Is that what I've got to do? Oh, there it is. It's still there, mate. Look at that. We just continue the sale. And look, it's even remembered. Like, oh, mate, that's ace. Have you ever checked the comlink posts? Good point, really. Oh, hang on. You mean on the website? Sorry. Is there any way I can send you a link? I mean, you'll have to private message me. Are you in my Discord, David? Mate, there's a link down below. Go in the Discord and then just private direct message me. Get into the Discord. Join the Brotherhood, mate. If you don't have Discord, don't worry. Just set an account up. It's so easy. It's free. And it's ace. I never used Discord up until a few months ago, and now I love it. It's better than Messenger, you know? My mole is damaged. Hover pads or weapon or shower. Can you mine? Da-da-da. Portalosaur is bugged. Da-da-da. Look at that. And we're at full health. So that's it. We just sell drugs until we die. Transaction has succeeded. That's another one sold. Boom. Get another one going. Well, where it doesn't say my funds there though. Look at that. What is my funds? 1.3 million. We've got the prospector. Oh no, it's 2 point. That's why that I did. So we did go down. That's why I was thinking. It's 2 point something million for the prospector, isn't it? So I obviously went down to like 200,000. Right. You do use Discord, but just with my friends here in my country. Bird. The only other thing is send the link through Messenger on Facebook, mate. Oh. Should be easy to find. I do allow links on Twitch, so I think they work, but we're not on Twitch till Friday. So if it can wait till then just drop it in on Friday. 1,800 left. Which means we'll have 200 left when we sell the 1,600. So that's 3 more times we got to do this. So that means I'm going to sell this one plus another 800 plus another 800, which means that's 7. I'll forget about that 200 because that's only going to be worth actually about 30 grand. So how much am I going to earn off just this one load? 7 times 92,000. That's 644 grand. I only spent... Oh, hang on. This is the SLAM, isn't it? Oh no, this is ETAM. So I only spent 425 grand buying this stuff. So, man, that's a healthy profit, isn't it? 220 grand. Boom. Nice little profit. And that's just off this one. We've also got the 5,000 units of SLAM. Slam bam, thank you, ma'am. You don't know if Friday you'll be around. You said before you were. What's my handle? There's a link. There's a link in the description below, Dave. Just click the link. It'll take you straight there, mate. That probably wasn't me. Oh, right. Okay. How do I directly message you in Discord? So when you're in my Discord channel, yeah, you right click on my name and then it'll say message. Or if you go in your Discord, I mean, if you're looking to, I think you have to join my Discord in order to message me in Discord. I think I've never directly messaged anybody who hasn't been in my channel or I've not been in theirs. I think you have to be in the channel to directly message somebody. It's like, I don't know. I don't think it works like Facebook where you can message people you're not friends with. I don't know. To be honest, because I've never done it any other way. Like, I only message people I know in Discord and receive messages from people in my Discord. I think I'm on your Discord. I see all these channels on the left and people on the right. That's Discord, yeah. And if you like, there should be a grey icon, a little grey above. Like on the left, you'll see a string of. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you what. I don't know if you'll see it though. Pardon me. So mine says subscribe now. Okay. The icon at the bottom that says subscribe now. Don't know if you can see that. That's my Discord. Okay. Say I don't know how well you can see that, but so that's my Discord. Now, if you go to the very top of these icons, there's a grey one. That's your direct message button. I mean, you could type in the name of my Discord channel to see if it comes up, but I don't know if it will. Which is, I mean, it's a bit. This is why it's easier just to join my Discord, because it's YT_Adam_J_Pestridge Brotherhood, all in capitals, the Brotherhood bit. So it's like that's my name. Okay. Nothing else in there. Yeah, there's nothing else in there. But that's my Discord name. It's a bit complicated, to be fair. It's why it's easier just to click the link. Was my mom sending me messages here? There's a big tank going past my mom's on Thursday around 2 p.m. Usually goes past between 2:15 and 2:45. Come round Thursday. Okay. Come round Thursday instead. See the big tank. I think you went online, the memento you started on your phone. You just okay. Yeah, I think I would have activated like the online state. Is that you, mate? You, mate? You, oh no, hang on, wait, that's not you. No, hang on, that must be you. It is you, mate. You look like Mark Hamill. You're the spitting image of Mark Hamill from Star Citizen. Did you know that? So that's the link. Screw you. No, I'm only joking, mate. So cargo. Links to the other design notes. That's the end goal for the game. Definitely. I'll check that out. I'll do it on the bigger screen though, because my phone, it's like, yeah. Do it on the big screen. Almost charged that thing is. Your pick is Mark Hamill from, yeah. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. So where did Darlak come from then? Is that something to do with Doctor Who? Because it almost sounds like... Are they all called Darlaks, aren't they? No. What are they called? Darlik. Not Darlak. Darlik. So you can spread the good word. Sorry? No, it's not, because his name is his YouTube channel. Something I made up when I was about 12. Okay. Mate, I made up so much when I was 12 in stories and stuff like that. I've still got them stories. They're still they're in a folder now. Actually, I think they're down here. I put them somewhere. Oh, I think they might be there. Underneath something. It's a bit hard to get out. But yeah, I made up like, I think there's about 11 books worth of stories that could do with being fleshed out and published. There was one I had to abandon as well because the Blair Witch came out, and I felt, it may not be, but I felt it was too similar to what I'd written, so I just stopped doing it. But it was like a creepy horror, and it was a bunch of students who were given the task. They worked in film school, and they were given a task of filming something. So they decided to take the piss with it. So they decided to fake a I don't know, like it was like a Bear Grylls experience type of thing, but they were gonna fake it, but they were gonna make it look like it was real, you know. So they you know, obviously they would hand in their homework, so their teacher would know it's fake when they watched it, because in the end, like within this fake thing they were doing, they died, but which obviously the teacher would know is bullshit because, you know, but you know, within the story, I wasn't planning on actually showing them handing in their homework. So you just see the events unfold and think it's for real, when in actual fact it wasn't. It was all. But I thought when I saw that in '99, I thought that this is too close. This is like, no, forget it. So I didn't continue it after that. The Sanis came with Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. Do you know what, dude? That's one of the games that I might be playing on the 20 theme. There's a group of Star Wars games that I've got for Origin as part of the basic pack you get. And Knights of the Old Republic is one of them. And I'm going to be doing a roulette wheel thing and playing like a game chosen by the community, and so I might end up playing Knights of the Old Republic, which, to be honest, would be pretty cool because that's an awesome game. But that's where you got that Sanis from. It's the character on the character name creation, the randomized part. Ah, cool. See, I like that. That means something to you. I like that. You know, it's like, it's obviously, it's not obvious to anyone else, but that's something that you've had since like a kid, effectively. I like that. Does any of your friends call you Darlak or Sanis or anything like that? Your families come from France to visit? No way. So where do you live then? If you're not in the UK, I know that, but are you in Spain or? No worries, mate. No worries. Portugal? No way. Oh, I bet you're getting a nice summer there, are you? But it's beautiful. Half your family went to move to France. It must be different, right? Because for me, I've got a friend who lives in France with his with his wife and kids, and obviously France is detached somewhat from the UK in terms of there's water in between, you know. Whereas like Germany to like Spain is all connected, and every country in between. All the land is connected, so it's kind of like America in states, you know, going from Los Angeles to New York, you know. I mean, so from my mindset, my friend is abroad. He is, you know, in another country, whereas like it is another country, I know, but like, do you see it that way when all the land is connected, or is it just like, oh, he's just in that location? You know, it's like, does it seem more accessible because there's no water in between? Do I want to hear something strange? Oh yeah, mate, I love strange. Go for it. Only on summers they come back for a month or so. You live on the border with Spain. Literally a 10-minute walk to the border. I can see Spain from your office window. Oh, mate. That's a lovely view. I can see a cricket field from my window. And not even from my office window. Like, I haven't got an office, but yeah. So you got a French family. Okay. That's not the strange bit though, is it? You live on the border with Spain. Literally 10 minutes to the border. So you see Spain. Your family's French, and I can speak and watch a lot of English videos. The Spain part, if it means there's constantly Spanish people here. There's a permanent invite to Discord for anyone who wants. Hey Leon, how's it going, mate? Pop up there. I thought that was David saying that then for a second. Where's the strange bit, mate? I'm still waiting for this strange part. Like, you're 10 minutes from Spain, which means you're constant with Spanish people, French family, you watching English videos. Is that the strange part? I speak as much Spanish as Portuguese where I live. Mate, that sounds so connected. That does. Like Portugal, Spain, like it sounds like you're very connected to both areas, even though you're from one, your family's from another, and you're watching English videos. Like it sounds like everything's very much linked, you know. Like, to be honest, I don't watch any French TV. We don't get like, you know, Portuguese AM or news channels or in other speaking languages. It's everything's in English. Everything's from Britain. Like, you get stuff from America, but like not dedicated channels. It's more the programming. But you feel I'm thinking about it, it's quite isolating here, basically, in the UK. UK's gone on quarantine for life, by the sounds of it. Your brain is like a soup language. I get you now when you say strange, but yeah, that's mad, that is, isn't it? How's it going, Leon? You alright, mate? The strange part is that I'm a Portuguese guy that spends most of his time speaking Spanish with French family and only watches English videos. And I've also watched a lot of anime, which is making me slowly learn Japanese. Mate, you're going to be able to get a multicultural job here, you know? Oh yeah, that does. When I first came back from America, and this was before, like, my mom did like a heritage thing, so my grandma would say that family was from Sicily, or Italy, but in actual facts, it turns out it was France. Very different. I mean, I guess my grandma just told us what she believed, so, or my mom found out incorrect facts. Either way, I grew up believing it was like Italian, Sicilian descent. So coming back with an American accent, I'd be like, I'm only half English. I've got a quarter Italian and a quarter Scottish as well, and I speak with an American accent. Like a mongrel. You gotta go, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate. It's been good. It's been good discussions, you know. If you return on the afternoon, yeah, I'll be here till probably about 3 or 4, as I might have to be out on the factory floor overseeing a new machine being assembled. Ooh, that sounds interesting. What's the machine, mate? You drop in if you can. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. And if I see you on Friday or Saturday, through any time between there, I do. If I don't, I don't. No worries, mate. All right. Take care, Dave. Man, I gotta sell these drugs. Can only sell 92 grand's worth at a time, and I've got like over 600,000 worth on me. So, yeah, takes a while. Take care, Dave. Thanks for watching, mate. Appreciate it. I appreciate that subscription that you've also hit. If you haven't already hit it, I appreciate that. Thanks, mate. It says here agricultural supplies. That's a bit, man, it's not what I'm selling, unless it's au naturel. Yeah, let's have a mess about with this dude here for a bit.
Need something?
Yeah, I want you to say the magic word, mate.
You got the wrong person.
That's the one. I love it when he says that. I don't know why. Don't know why I love it, but it just makes me laugh. You've got the wrong person. So we got two. We got to sell. Oh, should I just? I can't. Is there any other place I can sell ETAM at to save me? Because I'd have to wait like 5 minutes for 200 units. That's going to be a slam in itself. Is there any other location that'll take it? Not slam, ETAM. Duh. So Crew L4 will take it. Okay. Grim Hex, although it's double the profit, so there is little point selling it anywhere else. Oh, actually, this one gets more profit, which is the place where we just came from, where we bought it from. Oh, hey. No, we didn't buy it from where we were. Yeah, so I could go back there to sell it. It's actually more profit to go back there. So I could do that on the way back. Yeah, because there's only 200 units. Yeah, we'll do that. Because that's only 23 grand. Right then, off to the next destination we go. Crew L5, I think, is the protocol. Where we stand and wait for another 20 minutes. And hope the server don't crash. Oh, I typed in the wrong thing. Landing pads. That's where we want to go. Oops. Right. A1 is number one. Oh, there it is. This is the same volume that we had when we got on board. It's as if we haven't sold any, even though we have. Although, I was saying that though, actually that's the other, sorry. They just took it from the front. I thought it was the other way around. Right. Off we go then. Oh, we need to get permission to take off, don't we? Boom. Let's go then. Alright, let's get out of here. Maybe. Wait, where's all the asteroids gone? Wait a second here. There's no asteroids. Mate, this place should be littered with asteroids. What? Right, I think we should just quantum out of here because I feel like I could get hit any moment by an asteroid I don't see. Let's go. Oh. What? No, we're not spooling. What's going on, man? Is it because we're... Why isn't it... Shield generator irregularity. That can't be good. Dude, what? Do the old get out of the seat and get back in the seat again trick. There we go. Now we're cooking. Come on. Quantum. Oh, sugar. Excuse me? What's just happened? Crime stat rating increased. What? So my ship just vanishes and I have a crime stat? I've got a crime stat. What? Sorry, what for? Because I was... Oh, I've lost that cargo, haven't I? I've got a crime stat. What? I don't understand what's just happened. I quantumed. My ship disappeared. Then I wake up in bed. And with a crime stat. Is my cargo still aboard my ship? Because if not, I've lost a bit of money. Which is annoying. And I've lost... Oh, my ship's not even there, to be honest. Hang on, let's go back to the console. I think I have to retrieve my ship, which means I've lost the cargo. I don't understand what's happened. Welcome to the alpha. So I'm guessing what happened is, I'm not really sure, because I cleared the asteroid field. So it's not like an asteroid blew me up, because I cleared the field. Destroyed. Yella. Yella. I wasn't even on Yella. I've got to claim it. I've got to claim it, which means I've lost all my cargo. Man, that's just this... Oh, that sucks. I mean, I'm not clear as to what's actually happened. But I'm guessing... I mean, you don't get a crime stat for no reason. You do something illegal and you get a crime stat. I had drugs on board, but, I mean, if it blew up for whatever reason, going through quantum, how would anybody know I'd have drugs on board to get a crime stat? You know? What's that? Oh, yes, please, yeah. Thank you. Man, this is a head scratcher, this one is. So, I've got a crime stat. The only way to get rid of that is, like, as soon as I land anywhere, I'm gonna get nuked and go to prison. Or I have to go and disable the comm ray, which I've never done, and I don't know how to do that. So I've got to have to bite it, and and I'm just gonna have to go to prison, I think, for 10 minutes. 2 minutes on that. Should we try and get... Oh, we can't get the carrick out because it won't put it there. I could not get quantum going. Got out my seat, got back in my seat, got quantum going. I was above an asteroid field. I'd gone above it. But when I went over it, I did see a few rocks floating around me, and I thought a couple of them went through me. But I didn't blow up until I'd cleared the asteroid field and went past that moon, which must be yellow. So, but then it all just disappeared. I was left there. I mean, I'm guessing I got blown, my ship got destroyed and blown up. It said destroyed on the console. So that's why I've woken back up at Grim Hex. Where's the crime stat? Just because I was carrying drugs? Which would have been destroyed like me in the explosion of whatever happened. I mean, there must have been, maybe I did hit an asteroid and the lag between is why I cleared it and then it blew up. But even if that was true, I still don't get the crime stat bit. I'm in an armistice zone. Does that mean I'm going to get shot at if I try and take off from here? With a crime stat? Because I'm not going to be allowed to land anywhere else. Like, that's for sure. Like, they're just going to say, no, turn around, go away. I feel like with a crime stat, I should have woken up in prison. But I didn't. Hello. I guess we'll soon find out what's about to happen when we get in and take off. Man, I spent 600 grand on drugs. So basically, in the last 24 hours, I've lost 1 million.
You are clear to launch.
He lets me go. He lets me launch. Let's see if we get nuked. Thank you. Okay. See, now I can see asteroids. You see, these weren't there before, were they? I kind of feel that the fact that we didn't see any asteroids, I think I might have hit one. Personally. I mean, this is like, we didn't see any of these going around. Right, leaving Armistice Zone. Right, I'm gonna have to go to like Everest Harbor, I feel, because anywhere else and I'm just gonna get nuked. Like, I don't think I'm gonna let me land at Lorville. We're here at Crusader, so maybe we should just get a portal off. Where is it? There it is. Because it's like Everest, but closer. Right. Now this is in a worse situation quantuming through that than I was before. So let's see if we survive this one, shall we? Because if I survive this one, why did I blow up before? Like, yeah, look, I've survived. Crime committed, unauthorized interdiction. I mean, that's it now. I'm nuked, isn't it? They're going to say, sorry, dude, no comprende. and now I'm red, people can shoot me. I got a bounty on my head, haven't I now? Here we go. Let's ask for permission to land. See what happens.
Please proceed to side landing bay.
Oh, they're gonna let me land? Okay. Fair enough. I didn't think they would. Guess they're not too bothered who lands at their port.
Landing gear down.
Is it when we get the armistice zone then? Here we go. No? Am I going to get shot to pieces here? Is that it? Okay, I'm down.
Landing complete.
He's let me.
Stay.
Have a pleasant stay, criminal. I'm confused. I don't know why I thought crime stats you weren't allowed to land at ports or landing platforms. You know, criminals aren't allowed to land. They've got to be eternally flying. I don't know. Do crime stats disappear over time? Or do I just go pay a fine and that's it? Done. Should we go see how much it cost? And obviously if I check my cargo here, it ain't going to show anything. Even if there were like illegal drugs on here, it's still not going to show, will it? Yeah, we got nothing. Nothing. So where's the machines that you pay your fines at? Is there any of that in here? There they are. So this will tell me if I've been a naughty boy. Have I been a naughty boy? Total fines 1.2 million? That's bullshit. What? I'm not paying 1.2 million in fines. They can kiss my butt. I mean, that's a little bit crazy, mate. That's mental. How many unauthorized interdictions have I got here? I only knew the one that I just created now. Where's all these others come from? Dude, I think somebody's having a laugh here with me. I mean, the machine's broke, mate. You want to check that machine? It's basically trying to take all my money. This one as well. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, mate. Like, I know I got to go to the comray, but I think I have to have a device first. Like a key code hacker or and I don't know the process. Like, I think I know where to go, but I've never done it. I don't know. Like, will the crime stat just disappear over time? Because I don't mind just like getting out and then just not coming in for a couple of days, you know? Because like tomorrow I'll do flight simulation, you know, which I'll be doing anyway. But it's like I just won't play Star Citizen until Friday, if that's the case. I don't know if it disappears over time or what happens. You need to buy a thing. Yeah, the key code, but I don't know where they sell them. Like, I only know, like, I have bought one of those key codes before in Microtech, but no place is going to let me land. Like, I'm surprised I was able to land at Port Olisar, but I don't think you can land at places like New Babbage and Lorville with crime stats, or if you do, I don't know, you can be put in prison and guards and that. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I mean, do they sell these things here? Here, Dumper's Depot. Buy and sell. Oi, dude, you got any key codes, mate? Where's your screens? Here we go. They've got to have something here. Or is this for mining? This might be just for mining. Systems? No, miscellaneous. Weaponry. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think these have it. Hey!
Hi, welcome to the store.
Hey, I'm looking for legal keys. Do you happen to have any? No.
Hi, welcome to the store.
Can only buy those at Grim Hex. Ah, thanks, William. Really? Hey, William, does my crime stat does it disappear with time? Or is it only doing it, you know, getting rid of it by either going to prison or disabling the comm ray? And after buying the key, you go to the security post. Oh, Kara, the security post at Kara to hack the CS. Right, yeah, they're Grimex. But if I just wait it out, will my crime stat disappear? Because I ain't paying 1.2 million credits just to remove a crime stat I don't even know how I got in the first place. Because that's just mental, you know? I'd rather do the prison sentence, to be honest. I'd rather go and try and land at Lorville and them arrest me. Because it's 10 minutes in prison. I'm out again. It doesn't disappear over time, right? Okay. We're going to prison, boys. I've never done the comray thing. I would feel better if somebody was with me when I did that. If somebody showed me how to do it, then that's great. But that's not happening, is it? So we're going to go to Lorville. Try it. We're going to land and then just make our way and get arrested. That's the plan. So 03 is where we are. So this one. Scares me. Coming through, mate. Jailbait coming through. You can escape from prison. Yeah, but if you're doing a 10-minute sentence, there's no point because it takes you like 30 minutes to get out of there. To escape is a bit of a ball ache, evidently. And I've only ever seen people do it. I've never done it. I wouldn't know how to do it. Again, I need somebody with me to escape with. Right. Here we go. Let's get in. You joined the freelancer. Get in. Go on then. Don't be scared. Yes, Commander. Oh, man, my eyes. Right then. Where's my cursor gone? Oh, dude, me. There it is. So we can kiss the prospector goodbye today, guys. The plan for me, the original plan for me, was to do a drug run that would net me enough money to buy a prospector. That was the original plan. We died doing that. Basically, I ran out of water. But luckily, I was at a location where it didn't matter. I could still come back and continue trading, which I did. And when I finished trading at Grim Hex, we went to our second location, which I would have sold 600 grand's worth for about, was it 800 grand? Something like that. So basically making over $1 million that day. Fortunately, we just disappeared and woke up at Grim Hex with a crime stat instead. So if I go to Lorville and pray that I get arrested, if I don't get arrested, then I'm going to have to hack that bloody Comray thing. But I'm pretty sure I'll get arrested. So, what if you die? Does your crime stat stay with you when you come back? Because if I just plow into Lorville right now, you know, will then I wake up at Lorville without a crime stat? I don't think so. Or if I just jumped out of my ship during re-entry and then died. Hey William, mate. Doing a 24-hour stream on Friday over on Twitch. The link is in the description below. Head over to Twitch, follow the channel, get notified for when I go live. Got all sorts of things coming. Star Citizen, Flight Simulation, talking to people within the games industry, talking about the future of gaming on both console and PC. Got prize giveaways. Lots of stuff happening. 24 hours on Twitch. To celebrate the 2,000 subs that I've got here on YouTube. I would celebrate it on YouTube, but the last time I did, I got banned for 3 months. So, actually, I think it was more than 3 months. It happened in the May, and I didn't get my powers of back on YouTube until the September. So. June, July, August, September. So that's like 4 or 5 months, yeah. So we're doing it on Twitch because there's more freedom, you know. We can get up to stuff and get away with it. Mate, we're going to do all sorts, honestly. Still need to ring the circus and see if they're free. So yeah, the giveaways are sort of aimed around flight simulation. So if you do any of that, there's plenty there. But there's also other things. I've revamped my Twitch channel, right? So basically, you guys are going to get to dictate what happens on my Twitch channel. You know, in fact, you're actually going to get a direct say on a certain mechanic function on my Twitch channel, you'll be able to actually say, I want this, and I'll go, okay, and in it goes. And the last hour of that stream is community requested. So somebody will request something in the last hour, I basically do that. As long as it's legal, obviously. I mean, I still get like a veto, sort of like, no, sorry, that's not happening. But I don't think I'll need to enforce that. Ooh. How much? 1.5. That's less than what we started with today, I think. I'm pretty sure I was on 1.7 earlier. Man. Gosh. And it's not like I can just start again on that mission. It's 1:30, so it's 4.5 hours work. Don't know if I'll have enough time to try it again. But I do need to get rid of this crime stat. So here we go. Music kicks in.
Lawville landing services. Please hold while I check for an available space.
Here we go. He'll let me land.
You are not authorized to use this facility.
I've got to.
Divert your course immediately.
Sorry, dude. I've got it, mate. I mean, he won't even let me land. How can I go to prison if he won't let me land? We're gonna have to sneak into somebody's bay, aren't we? Right, we've got to do a mission now, guys. We've got to do a mission without the autopilot maneuvering me, so I've got to wait for one of these doors to open. Basically. Wait for one of these doors to open, and then we go down. Could be here all day, though, waiting for these bloody doors to open. Come on, mate, let me in.
You are not authorized to use this facility. Divert your course immediately.
Oh, pretty please. There's 3 people in their hangars. There's 3 ships down there. Now they've either just taken off or they've just landed. All we need is one of them doors to start opening and we go down there. Boom. Or do we just dive bomb it now? Don't know. If I dive bomb it now, I feel like I've got to. I don't know. Hey, he's coming in. Where's he go? That person there. Where's he going? Oh, it's open. Let's go. Is it going to stay open? That's the thing. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I'm coming in with you, mate. I'm coming in with you. Go on. We'll share the hangar space, mate. Don't you worry. We'll share this space, mate. It's all good, mate. They're gonna be. Where am I gonna land now? He's down, so that's okay. He's landed his craft. That's fine. We need to land ours. No, I need to get down. Get down. Dude. Do you know what? I feel like we just get out now. Let's go down and we just get out. Before my ship starts steering up. No ship storage. Let me get out first. And I'll just jump down onto his. Because I just need to get out of the ship, don't I? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm going. Oh, dude, we're going to die jumping from this height. Oh, my God. Oh, dude, I'm dead. I'm dead. Jump, 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 jump. 6 minutes to live. Right, 6 minutes. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. 6 minutes. No, we're dead. Come on. Dead. Hopefully, we'll end up in prison now. I wonder what he's thinking down below going, buddy freelancer. Yeah, we're in prison. There we go. We made it. Now, we would have got a deeper prison sentence, I feel, for whatever it was originally because of that little stunt. So try our work release program to earn a shorter sentence. To be honest, I ain't that bothered about mining, mate. You hello? Oh, okay. You're fine, mate. I don't mind doing the time. If you do the crime, you gotta do the time. I remember one time I came to prison here and I fell down off the edge. Couldn't get back on. I was down beneath the bowels of the down there and I couldn't get back up. It's a bit dark here, isn't it? Jailbait, that's what I am now, mate. That's it. They're going to take a piece out of me every single day. Here we go. How much are we serving? 57 minutes, guys. 57 minutes in prison. I mean, there's no way on earth I'm just going to sit here for 57 minutes waiting to be released. I'm not going to try to escape because I don't know the way, and that's going to take longer in my eyes than 57 minutes. And doing mining isn't exactly fun to watch. So that's it, guys, I'm afraid. We're going to have to say that's calling it a day for me, because I'm not going to sit here for 57 minutes. That's just painful to watch. So I'll spare you guys that, and the next time we come in, I'll be out of prison and clear the crime stat. And we can try and work our way towards getting that prospector again. Do you know what the pain of it was? Is I had the money last night to buy the prospector, and I thought to myself, I need some spending money as well. Let me do one more job, and then I'll go buy my prospector. And I was in the middle of doing this job, and it took me to a location where there was no armistice zone, but one dude with a gun was behind me, and he popped a cap in my ass. And that was it. Dead. And I'm like, oh. But I'd already filled my ship with like $500,000. And he obviously had that. Ricardo, his name was something. IT Ricardo. Be watching out for him. I mean, I didn't do anything to him. He's basically pirating, so that's whatever. But he killed me for it. Killed me outright. But that's up to him. I don't blame him. That's what the game is. And then, of course, today we lost it again just through the game. It just deciding to nuke me. 600 grand. So basically, I've still got another 600 grand to make now before I can go buy that ship. And that's what the aim of the next video will be. Earning 600 grand to buy a prospector. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget 24-hour stream. If you've watched this far on the replay, thank you very much. Thank you. You are my favorite person. And I will see you all again. Bye-bye.